And we are live, and as always, we will spend a few minutes letting everybody trickle in. I hope you all are doing well. We can never seem to start on time. Seems to be a real problem of ours. And for those of you who don't know, the music you're hearing in the background is the Luigi's Mansion theme. And yes, you can hear Luigi humming along to it. Howdy, Mike. Hello, hello. Cisco 369963. Just gonna call you Cisco for short. Hello. We'll probably start in about 5 minutes or so. Those of you catching this later, you can, of course, just simply go all the way back. We're trying this format out for this little mini campaign. When we do the next proper one, we'll sort of see if we want to do the whole thing live or not. Should note that I'm going to probably name most of the NPCs based on people in the chat. That being said, if your name is not a name, I'm going to have to, use some magic. But it's a good way of incentivizing people to come in and join. Hi, Mighty Me. I'm doing wonderful. We'll do a little check around, actually. So, first up, Brother Gregory Thorne, a.k.a. Gabe, the smoothest voice in all of the land. How are you doing?
Another wonderful night with another batch of wonderful people.
Nice, simple, and delightfully Canadian. Go next to Sharik, played by the lovely Ash.
Hello.
How are you doing, Ash?
Pretty good. Can't complain.
Simple and effective. I like that. Then to Screenplay, played by Trevin, the most chaotic member of our group.
Putting a bit of chips out of my teeth. It hurts.
Okay, so too many cheaps? Too many cheaps already?
No, no such thing. I'll never learn my lesson. I'll do it again. I don't care.
Oh, okay. Well, at least you've learnt your lesson, I suppose. There's that.
No,
except you haven't. You've never learnt your lesson. You will be at it again. Next up to Stella, played by the wonderful Spirit Voices, aka Luce, aka General Magoo.
I'm good. I just want you to know, though, that, you keep introducing Gabe as the smoothest voice in all the land, and I try not to take any offense to that, but, it's just every time.
Should this not be motivating to you to, not flicker as always? So that you can, you can prove that you're the smoothest voice in the land. I mean, you were already like the main character of the Nightmare Detectives with the most screen time, the most emotional beats. I can't even say to the audience who's listening, like, the finale was all you. The last scene we ever did was you. I feel that you get a lot. Like, let Gabe have something.
Yeah, be humble.
Be humble.
He's already Canadian. He's the only Canadian in our group.
Well, what is that? I mean, Canadians are humble already. Your Americanness is showing.
Yeah,
I mean,
that is what it is.
All right, well, you know what? Apparently a new rivalry has dawned within the group. It's no longer Trevin v. Lulu. It's Gabe v. Lulu for the battle of the smoothest voice.
It's still Trevin versus me. It will always be Trevin versus me.
Well, apparently...
somehow that's what.
I hate you.
Somehow it'll always become that, no matter what happens.
Okay. Well, it seems like I'm gonna come back to Gabe on the smooth voice thing. Just checking up on the chat real quick. Mrs. Chewy and Mama Chewy are in. So hello to both of you wonderful people. Hello to Ethan. Clue, one of the Blackwell family members, saying I saw a kid dressed up and singing Luigi's Mansion at the store today. I love the fact that there are children who also accept that Halloween can be year-round if you want it to be. That is what I like to hear. And little fact for those of you not from the UK, the Gruntilda's Lair theme you're hearing right now is a I don't even know if it's a British nursery rhyme, but it's a nursery rhyme that we've done quite a few, quite a long time over here. It's Teddy Bears Go on a Picnic by Henry Hall. which I think it's like nearly 100 years old now, if I remember correctly. Oh no, it's over. It's 1907. But yeah, it's like a, I don't know. It's like a delightfully old school track. I think it was American originally, but I think it's just become way more of a cultural touchstone in my country. Don't know why. Grant Kirkhope, amazing composer. Mike VA, hope y'all are rested up. Yeah, we're good. I mean, I'm a little bit EP. I was in Norway for a wrestling show. Got back like 24 hours ago. Doesn't stop on a Monday, but it's all good. Phyrexian Ninja walked into this drunk and already willing to defend anyone. Kind of sounds like just Chewie's default. You know, walk into a room and defend any friend in there. I like that.
What I do, bro.
It's
It's what I do.
Ethan, as rested as I can be, all things considered. And to everyone who's in the chat, I'll bless Mike being a little chat, our designated conversationalist. Shout out to Mike. Appreciate that. Chiyuki Dekin or Decim, hello. And apparently Mama Chewie needs your help a second time, Chuster. So I will I'm passing that message along before we start.
I see it. I'm figuring it out now.
And how are you doing as well, Chewie? Because you played Don Moblin.
I am doing fantastic. It's Monday, but other than that, it's pretty good.
Wunderbar. All right, well, we'll be starting as soon as this is the issue is fixed. Nearly 20 people in off the bat, so we really appreciate that. And then we will get started. Just a heads up, gang. There may be a stream this week. I did mention, and just to make it clear for everybody, that we'll be doing the sessions just once a week now. Just my schedule is getting a little bit too crazy at the moment to reliably run twice a week. So we'll just be doing the Mondays, same time every week, probably for about 2 hours. Gonna float around the idea of just doing, more tighter, fun sessions without a long break in between, so that you guys can just, pop in for a bit, and then, it's not a 3.5, 4 hour beast of a session. Fridays, when I am not traveling, will be the usual hangouts, possibly me and Lulu, possibly me and Autumn Ivy with guests. There will be a video going up this week, a new Sturgeon original. I will not be streaming on Friday. I am actually going to be at a very awesome event in the north of the UK. I think it's actually being live streamed on YouTube as well. So I will have an announcement about that later in the week. But that's going to have over 1,000 people in attendance. It's going to be pretty awesome. So we will be moving that stream to probably Saturday. But we'll have more info on that in the week. And I thank all of you for just understanding and being cool about everything. That's one of the reasons I enjoy doing different things, experimentation, because at the end of the day, a channel is only fun if you're having fun doing it, right? So thank you very much for all that. And I think we're about ready to get started. I'm just going to quickly put the thumbnail up. Shout outs to Lulu, who puts these together lickety-split. Actually, Luce, I might need you to do it. Because I think you can go... Yeah, because I got everything on my... If you can go into the... on the panel, on the channel, that would be wonderful. If you could put that up for me as a thumbnail. It will just be on the videos tab. You should be able to custom it. I don't want to touch anything for fear of breaking it. Ethan just started already 60 people. You all are the go. I mean, I appreciate it. It's not even like a high number, but it's really cool. Like, part of doing this is to get the algorithm seeing us more again. So the more that we have going off in chat, the more likes, the more comments on regular videos, stuff like that, the more it helps. And, for a nearly 10,000 sub channel, like, I know we can do more. It's just about being consistent. And if I can't upload regular narrations because I'm working on bigger, grander projects. By the way, fucking shout out to y'all, because long goodbye, 5,000 hits, like, for my channel, that's an incredible number. So I know that the more I do, the better. And like I said, I enjoy the community aspect. I enjoy people having a little side chat about random things. Like, Mike caught an owl at work today. I want to hear all about that while I'm doing the game. Like, I enjoy, little conversations. So, Mike, please let us know in the chat before we get started. Ethan said, ready for some voices that can put someone to sleep. Kind of excited. I hope so. I really hope so. And doing a trip to Barcelona and Rome. Any recommendations? No, I'm just trying to think. I mean, anyone in the group, any recommendations about when going to Rome? I mean, Barcelona's lovely for holidaying, but I don't know about Rome. Don't know anything.
Rome is a tricky place. I would strongly recommend going nowhere near the public transit.
Okay, there you go. Gabe has done a lot of traveling, so I would recommend listening to you, because I think you are a clever man for that. Lou Sutcliffe, I have to say, I don't know who that is. Is that a filmmaker? Is that a YouTuber? Like, let me know. I'm sure I can learn more about them. Chuster, are you all set if we kick things off?
I am ready to go. Let's kick this pig.
All right. Let's kick this pig. All right. Is that an Ohio saying?
No, it's not.
Is that a Don Moblin saying?
No, that's like a really old saying, man.
Okay.
Kick this pig. You kick it to get it started.
Okay.
Go.
I've heard like let's make this baby purr or something like that. I've heard that one, but I think it's related to cars.
Yeah, that is.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of colloquialisms out there. All right. With that, let's get started. You all are currently riding the elevator, going up through the facility to your first destination. The Hotel Inertia's elevator is spacious. There's a little area to just recoup, get some snacks. So you all have, if you had any harm, it's been reduced back to nothing. And you have about, I don't know, let's say like 10 minutes before the doors open to converse with each other, or to ring the bell on the panel to perhaps reach someone like a concierge or any assistance if you have any questions. That is there for you, or you can just kind of decompress with what's just happened as you all head up to your first assignment. Or actually, no, technically, the second stage of your interview, as we continue on with our little short campaign, Mandatory Mercenaries, Episode 2, WhoDidIt.
So, what got you lot casted? Was you like me? Was it like your daring charisma, high follower count, amazing fashion sense, any of those things? Not you, clown makeup. I know it wasn't any of those things for you.
Oh,
Did you just accuse her of having clown makeup?
This is the second time he's done that.
It's not clown makeup, it's Vogue.
Focus on negative? Oh, so you have nothing to contribute, sorry. Just itching a hunch.
He's just jealous because he doesn't have any makeup on. He has emojis.
How can you claim to be someone fashionable and not even know how to do proper makeup?
Where's your contouring,
He puts his hands on each side of his face, and there's the surprised emoji. Both flashes on the screen.
What does that... What does that even mean?
You just look like Ghostface.
You're real spooky. Halloween's over, loser.
Then why are you dressed like that?
Well...
Excuse me?
I think I dressed rather dashingly.
Well, I'm glad you think that way. Someone should.
I will not take fashion advice from a loser in a hoodie.
You look like Mr. Robot.
He pulls out his phone inside the stream. Do I look like Mr. Robot? Yes or no? Yes or no in the comments.
Give me a charm roll. Let's see how well this goes for you. I feel like they will side with you because it is your stream, but let's see. I mean, it's the internet. Fucking a Trevin 10.
God damn it.
A 10 Vin. Chat immediately starts rizzing you. They tell you that well, I mean, this is modern day, so they tell you that you're also Skibbity, that this is Phantom Tax, you're in Ohio, you're mewing and you're mogging, you got the gyat, brain rot. They in fact, someone like sends you a donation for like 300 V-Bucks, just because you have this style, as they call it.
Well, the viewers have cast their vote, and I am up, and you can hold this L. He makes an L with his fingers and points it at them.
I feel like Styx would look at that and I have to hold an L? It's a letter. What, Stella, what does he mean? Why would I have to hold a letter?
Holy fuck, you're old.
Old?
How old are we, Stella?
Only as old as we want to be, Styx.
That's not a good answer, Stella. That's what old people say.
Ah, please.
I love Courtney Cox, but that's what she says, and she's ancient. Now, out of character, how old are Stella and Styx? Because I actually don't know.
I want to say they're like probably like early 30s.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say like let's put them at, because they are fraternal twins. So Stella is what, like 8 minutes old or something like that.
Something like that. I think that's what I said.
Yeah, I believe it was like 8 minutes. So let's put them at they're in that age, and I can confidently say this, where they are perfectly comfortable. Like they've passed that point of concern of what other people think. They're not chasing any trends. They're not in the legendary section of their age where they perhaps might chase trends to feel younger. They're in that in between where they're like, I'm gonna dress like this and I really don't care. But obviously it comes with the lack of self-awareness, perhaps. So they're both like probably about my age of 33. Yeah, I think they look at someone like Screenplay. Now, Screenplay is how old?
Screenplay is like 22.
Oh boy, yes, it's an entire generational divide. So yeah, this is just a millennial versus Gen Z war, or zillennial versus Gen Z. So yeah, I don't know if they would tell Screenplay their age though. What do you think, Lucy?
I do not. I think regardless of how, like you're right, I think they dress and act according to their individuality rather than like what the group thinks. But at the same time, Stella at least is incredibly vain, and I don't think she wants to play into.
I think they look like two people in their 30s who didn't get like didn't have kids, didn't have like overly stressful jobs. Like they basically had the carefree 20s. So like they've aged well. They've looked after themselves. And that's not to say that young parents don't age well. It's also a genetic lottery. But they've lived lives of minimal stress, so they don't look like they're 30-somethings. They probably look like they're still older than Screenplay, but they look like maybe like, I don't know, mid to late 20s. But
right. She
yeah,
doesn't want to give him any ammo though, in regards to the fact that they're older than him.
I think Styx unfortunately probably would say, I just feel like as a with twin syndrome will probably turn around and say, well, how can you look at her, this goddess, and think that she's old? I mean, look at her. Look at my beautiful sister.
Stella starts posing, like doing model poses.
Yes, that is someone who will rule the world one day.
From the back of the room, you'll hear, I've seen better.
Oh.
Stella immediately like whirls around and glares at him, and she says, I'm sorry. Did I hear something from the corner, or was it that little ant?
I think it might have been a Pomeranian barking.
Oh, loves the sound of his own voice.
Not as much as you do.
Oh.
But I'm sorry that you feel sorry. Because
you're sorry we feel that way?
I maybe, but not really, because I don't really care about you.
Now, while this is all going on, what is Sharik and Brother Gregory doing?
That's a good question. I think that Brother Gregory Thorne is going to sidle over to Sharik and basically, compliment the new threads I see that you are better provisioned now after a little run in there. What do you think they have in store for us next?
Shariq's gonna just cross her arms and just kind of look over her shoulder at you and just be like, I'm not sure, but I think the hardest part is gonna be dealing with these guys.
I believe that you are correct. But as I say, a professional must make do with what they have, and we are professionals, I would hope, and, you know, I would hope they are too, but from what I am seeing, I have my doubts.
While you say that, you hear Styx just saying, "Well, little Kane, little other things, I bet." And then you just look over at Stella, who is glitching through a wall because her Discord crashed, and he looks back and says, "Well, I suppose this is going to go nowhere. If we have another stage of this interview to go through, we're going to have to work together."
This is true. Also, I am unaware, but I know that the little demon man and the laboratory girl, they do not need accoutrements, but I know for one, myself, sorely lacking in the equipment department. Perhaps the Intercom may have some information for us.
When you're done talking, after you said equipment, Dom Oliver's gonna look down and be like, doesn't look like you're lacking to me.
Oh my
You are
goodness.
a saucy little man.
I just know what I like.
Shariq just rubs her temples and is just like, where am I?
Yeah, Styx looks around and says, "This would be wonderfully appealing if he wasn't French."
Oh, monsieur.
So you're gonna go to the Intercom, Gregory?
Absolutely. Gregory's going to. I don't think Gregory would just walk, having received a compliment, and someone of his stature does not ordinarily receive one. I think he's actually going to, for lack of a better word, strut over to
Okay.
the Intercom and press the
All
little
right,
button.
give me a charm roll. Let's see how wonderful this strut is. I need to know if I need to play any Ric Flair music or not.
Not good.
Okay, let's see. What was the number? What was that number? Oh, okay. Now, what would be a failure on a actually, you know what it would be? I don't know if I can play like getting demonetized. Fuck, hold on. You start walking and like you in your head you've got this nice smooth jazz, but what you hear is this. And immediately you just kind of fall arse over tit as the Benny Hill theme plays through. I will only play a few seconds because I really don't want to get the video taken down. But it is a whole thing. It's a whole thing. But your face does hit the intercom, and you are able to dial through. You're about halfway up now after this little exchange, and a voice rings out and says, "Yes."
I think Brother Thorn would look at the assembled group.
Uh-huh.
I believe that I would like to know who I am speaking with.
The voice on the other end, it keeps the button on the answering, and you hear like, "My name is of little importance. You may refer to me as the Keeper."
Side note, that's very meta.
I don't know what that word means.
Monsieur, I assume you have to do some sort of coordination with our employer, we are lacking certain personal effects that I, for one, can speak. I am quite attached to and very, very despondent now that I am without.
Yes, your items have been procured, and you will receive them upon making your selection. And he pauses, and you hear a bunch of fiddling, and then a bunch of buttons light up on the display in front of you. And he says, "You have 4 options for your interview. 4 doors, 1 solution. The warehouse, the ship, the train, the apartment manor block. Make your decision, and you will meet me in the lobby."
Well, what are we thinking, gang?
So again, to give you the rough outline, you have a warehouse. You have a like a container ship or just a ship. You have a train, and you have apartment/manor house.
I vote for the manor house. No, the train. No, the manor house again.
I can't tell if that's screenplay or if that's Trevin.
They are one and the same.
Yeah.
I was about to
I
say
mean,
both.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's kind of when it comes to Trevin, you're getting a little bit of a different section of you with each time. So you know, like just a different form of chaos. Have a little think of that for a moment. Our dear Lulu has had a technical issue, so we're gonna you guys can chat amongst yourselves for a moment while we figure that out. To just quickly catch up. So for XE Ninja, I don't know who Lou Sutcliffe is, but please let me know. Mike, well, we got work on a job site today. It was me and my uncle. Kept hearing a flapping, then a thud. Poor thing was trying to fly through a glass door. I caught it in late loose. Well, I'm glad that you let it out and it was okay. But yeah, that fucking sucks. That is not great. I'm 22. Those words make my head hurt. Yeah, no, I don't brain. Honestly, brain rot was no different from 10 years ago. So I'm with you there. Okay, Lulu, do you need me to repeat the 4 options again?
No, I was listening to the stream. I'm sorry. If that happens again, I'm just gonna restart my computer.
Okay, all right. I'm not going to give you any info on these 4 locations, but one more time: the warehouse, the ship, the train, or the manor house/apartments. Mike has voted for boat, but it is entirely up to you guys.
I assume we're getting the opportunity to talk about it, like.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I mean, you can talk about it in character. Go right ahead. I will jump in. Styx does not have. I should mention, I'm playing him purely for RPing. I don't want him to have too much agency. He's kind of he's gonna go with Stella for anything major, like anything story wise, and he'll only dissent if it's a scene with him and Stella. Otherwise, I'm not. I got to be mindful that I am DMing this, not playing it. So. Go ahead.
Well, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't want to be caught dead in a warehouse. Probably not a ship. I mean, it sort of depends on how fancy it is. I already forgot the other one, so manor house it is.
Yes, I like the idea of a manor house. Somewhere opulent. Somewhere that's reflective of us. Maybe they'll have a pair of statues of us in the forecourt.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Yes, maybe us flexing.
Yes, or like, posed for a fashion show or something like that.
Do you remember Sebastian? That long weekend we had with him together where he carved us out of marble. Oh.
Yes, that was only the best weekend of my life.
Oh, such a shame it had to end when he found out what we did. But all good things must come to an end.
I will pull my own cord out if I have to keep listening to them talk. All right.
So we have two votes for the manor house, and I guess three with Mr. What's your name? Steeks.
Sticks, yes.
Steeks.
No, darling. Sticks.
It's a Y. It's
Yes.
not an E.
Not an E.
Oui,
No.
Steeks.
No. That would be like
Yes,
me saying
sticks and stones.
Gregory.
No, like Gregory.
Oh.
It entirely depends
Oh,
upon
did you
who
say?
you're talking
Did
with.
you say stones? Screamer. That's very funny. That's very funny. Why don't I call you manuscript from now on?
Sure. It won't make me any less famous.
Yes, I know a few people who speak like that. Well, Gregory, it's sticks.
Mon Dieu.
No,
alright,
not mon Dieu. Sticks.
That's not bad though.
No, it's not bad. I'll take mon Dieu if nothing else.
I think at this point in time, Gregory just looks pointedly at Don Moblin.
Yeah, Sticks will just turn and say, Stella, French people are very weird.
I know. I feel like I haven't interacted with one in a while, and it's, I'm kind of starting to see why.
A little bit of a novelty. Perhaps we should take some pictures.
I believe we are all weird.
Okay. Speak for yourself, darling.
Yeah, speak for yourself.
Yes, I think the person who turned into a literal Godzilla may be, what is the phrase? Those in glass houses don't throw stones.
This coming
Yeah,
from the
they
peanut
throw sticks.
gallery.
Oh, I'd love some peanuts. Thank you. Are you offering?
Yes, I am. Come on over here.
Sticks? No. No.
What is
Come on,
offering
come on.
peanuts?
Come on, darling. Come
Victor,
on.
didn't Victor
No.
Mendoza make those jokes all the time? He's just gonna say D's nuts, isn't he? No?
No, I want you
Let's
to
just
come
say
over
the
here.
stream won't be PG-13.
It
Oh,
will not.
I mean, in
This is a
another
really
life, Don
big-
Moblin. Second Sharik.
It's a learning experience. You should
No,
do it.
no. I've learned enough in Acapulco on my own when Stella wasn't around to protect me. They call me a power bottom twink down there. Was a learning experience.
Yeah, also we
Just
usually go
my
for people
type.
taller than us,
Mm.
so
Yes, if you want the double team, you must be of a certain height to ride this ride.
Well, that may be able to be arranged.
Your family dynamic is very disturbing, and he's very horny. Can we talk about where we're going?
Yes,
I thought we did.
Somewhere with
Yes,
beds, maybe?
well, I mean, all of these have beds. I'm going to go with what Stella has suggested, and yes, I believe the manor would be wonderfully appropriate. But I'm gonna let our vote count for one because I don't want to make this a ganging up issue.
Why?
What was the opposite of what you two chose?
I think that it was
The
the
warehouse.
I think
I say we go to the warehouse.
Ooh.
You don't want to do that.
Yes, I don't know if warehouses
but
are
I
really
do.
appropriate.
The more I think about it, the more I realize I need a lot of room. I don't think a manor has enough room for me.
Have you ever been in a manor, sweetie?
Yes, they're very large, very accommodating for people of your predilection.
Most ceilings don't hold me anymore.
I feel that
You
way on my
offer a
tippy toes.
solution?
I understand.
Also, we were just in an elevator, darling. I think it's probably bigger than that.
No, Stella, we still are in an elevator, dear.
Well, there you go. I mean, it is a pretty big elevator, to be fair, but still.
Well, let's be fair. We've already gotten off on the wrong foot, darling. Let's see what everyone else thinks. So I believe Brother Gregory, you are the last two. Oh no, screenplaying Brother Gregory.
Oui, Monsieur Télévision. What say you?
I am so inclined to vote for whatever the opposite is that Thing 1 and Thing 1.5 vote for, but I think I'll just go with the.
wait, you're going with the boat? Was that?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, it pains me greatly, but I am not one for water, so I believe that I will also choose the manor house.
Okay, to be difficult, I changed my vote to the warehouse.
Okay. Okay. So now we have, I believe, a deadlock.
Mm-hmm.
That
I
is-
like the Frenchman again.
Mm,
I
So-
assure you, I am not fond of the clowns.
oh, there are clowns in here?
Where?
Where? We hadn't
Oh, dear
noticed.
Lord.
I'm sure if you keep looking, you will find some.
I hear a clown, but I don't see a clown. How strange.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Clown music coming from vaguely that direction.
Yes, very
She
vaguely enough
gestures-
with a French
She-
accent. Hmm.
She gestures towards Gregory and screenplay, the whole area.
Yeah, and Styx looks to Don Moblin and says, "Jury's still out on you, and I'm not going to say anything about the one who turns into Jurassic Park 1."
Interesting. Monster friend. Join our cause. Vote for the warehouse.
How does one hear a clown for Exy Ninja? Easy. They sound French. That's how you know. So just to be clear, because we have 2 votes for the manor house and 2 votes for the warehouse. Is that right?
I think so.
That sounds
That
right.
sounds
How does
right.
that work?
So who
That-
hasn't voted?
Ash
Okay.
has not voted.
All right.
I
all right.
did vote.
Oh, you
What
did?
did you vote?
Warehouse.
Okay, you go in the warehouse. Okay.
Also,
All right.
also we win.
Okay. So when with that, yeah, I think Stella and Styx is kind of like, oh, and I wanted opulence.
It's your fault for making our 2 votes count as 1.
Well, I was trying to endear them. You don't win hearts and minds always through intimidation. You do it through charm.
I'm not trying to win hearts and minds, darling. I'm just trying to win.
Yes, but sometimes you need to make them think that they're winning too. Remember the Starblood Con? We won that, didn't we? We didn't do it with intimidation, not at first, anyway.
Yeah, but I think that was a more elite participant.
Well, either way, we've lost. And that is what we're going to have to accept it. Let's do it with grace. I fear we're losing some of them.
Hmm.
You never had me.
Pity.
What a shame. I don't know
Well,
how
then
I'm going
one
to
more
sleep
too.
tonight.
Such a tremendous loss for all parties involved.
So, who hits the button to choose the selection?
I'll hit it.
Okay.
Honestly, I figured it would be Brother Thorn because he was already standing there, right? He was at the
Yeah, sure.
at
Yeah,
the
brother.
console, right?
Brother Thorn, do you let the keeper know?
I think actually what Brother Thorn might do is if Screenplay looks like he's going to make the move to hit the button, I think actually with a flourish he'll actually present it.
I don't like how you said that. Chat, if
No,
you
that-
heard that, can anyone just
Oh
clarify
my.
that the way Gabe said present it? Can anyone tell me that sounds sus as well? Like, mighty me for
Present
Exy, and I know you and Ethan are, the 3 of you are debating the moon in front of the clouds thing, but can I just pause that debate for a moment? You'll have just heard Gabe mention presenting something. I just need a vibe check.
How very ballista of you.
Yes. Sorry. Yes.
Yes.
Very, very ballista. Well, while we wait, yeah, sus as hell. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, very. All right, you're not gonna present it. There are some things that will get us demonetized. Instead, you're going to so let's rephrase that a little bit. Just a little bit.
All right, let's keep this PG-13. With grace and aplomb, Brother Thorn steps back and more than eagerly allows for screenplay to make the selection.
You tag in screenplay. How about that?
Word, straight up.
There we go. There we go. Player 2, screenplay.
Player 2. Oh. We have our answer. Hello?
Hello. Screenplay.
Hi, yes. One spot. However many number of people are in this elevator, tickets to the warehouse, please.
Wonderful. Your selection has been noted.
Yes,
Mind-
begrudgingly against those two's decision.
Yes, I was listening in. A very heated exchange between the two who share one brain cell.
And it's
You wish.
overworked.
As he says that, Sticks like, well, who would share one brain cell in here? Ha! Oh. As you make your way off the facility, please mind the gap and follow the directions to the warehouse. They are quite clearly identified. Oh, and be mindful of the fog. And he disconnects the call, and the elevator goes up, and it stops to a slight juddering halt, and the doors open, and you step out into a town enshrouded in fog.
Hmm.
Well, that might be a little difficult to mind. It's everywhere. Outstanding.
Thoroughly creepy.
You all chose this.
Yes, this is not what we wanted. We wanted to be in a nice manor house.
Quiet. People are thinking.
Yeah,
I roll
no
sharp
one
to,
cares what you think.
to
Oh,
go
very
up in
well.
here.
Stella, our opinion is not needed. Let's let them work around it. Our single brain cell apparently won't do anything.
It literally would not.
If you insist, I guess we'll simply sit back and let you do all the work.
Now, Stella, I'm going to ask as a sidebar, since they have asked us to be quiet, that both of us roll a sharp to see if we notice anything, and which we will then share with each other.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, so I got a 9 and you got a 12. Perfect. Right, so we're going to quickly have an exchange. Because this is actually an interesting way of doing the mechanic. Okay. So as they turn and look, and Styx notices what I told you first and says, "Oh, Stella, did you by chance just see?" And Knock says, "Is that the no, don't, they don't want to know."
Yeah, our opinion is not needed.
Well, this has been delightful, but we're going to just take our silence elsewhere.
Yeah, you guys have fun doing whatever it is.
Whatever
you
this
guys
is,
usually
yes.
do.
Yes. This little band of brothers thing. It's adorable, but you don't need the two brain cell sharing clowns, so we'll take Equinox. We'll take them, and we'll go and do our thing, and maybe we'll see you later.
Yeah, the best of luck.
Bye bye now. And remember, Team Starblood is always there to give you a hand, except not this time.
We just take off.
Yep. Immediate beeline. They Stella sticks with Equin and Nox into. In fact, Stella's got like Nox nicely wrapped around, and Styx just grabs Equin, this fucking slobbering bulldog, and he's like, "What the fuck? What? I don't want to be picked. Bye now." And they are in a flash. They have gone into the fog. They are gone.
Like Scooby Doo run.
Yeah. Like, let's get out of here, Scoob. Yeah, they are just gone. They're straight up gone. With the whole Hanna-Barbera like. Yeah. And now it's you guys.
Speaking of doing what we always do, didn't do this last time, Teach, and I probably should do it this time. Can I roll for my move for fortunes?
Ooh. Now, could you explain to our lovely audience what that is?
Absolutely. So fortunes is a move held by the initiate. The sect has ancient prophecies or divination techniques to predict the future. Once per mystery, you may use them. If you look at what the future holds, roll plus weird. On a 10 plus, hold 3. On a 7 through 9, hold 1. On a miss, you get bad information, and the keeper decides how that affects you. Spend your hold 1 for 1, for either have a useful object ready, be somewhere else you are needed just in time, take +1 forward or give +1 forward to another hunter, or preemptively warn someone about an attack so that it doesn't happen.
Okay. Well, I've got it up for our audience to see as well. Let's go. Give it a roll. A 13. Okay, so how does this look? Let's start with that. Because you've just seen these two run off. They've just ran. So I'd like to see that exchange and then what you do and how you do it.
I think the actual fortunes thing happens while they are having their little diatribe, and I think it happens typically is when he receives basically, for lack of a better word, a vision or of sorts from his patron, his employer, and the vision itself basically keeps him immobile. For everyone else, it seems like it's just a few moments, and then the left nostril of his face, if you'll remember, he's got some pretty serious scars on his face, and the left nostril of his face begins to bleed. Not the right one, just the left one, and it's at that moment in time that he receives the vision from the All-Mother.
Okay. So the All-Mother, now in relation to how this works with your with fortunes, this is a very important distinction. You get to hold 3, and those 3 is out of the 4 that you've linked below. The useful object, somewhere you need it just in time, +1 forward, or give it to someone else, or preemptively warn someone, right? So
Yes.
what she could show you is effectively something that's going to happen in the future.
Yes.
Okay. What you see is at a distinct point in the next 12 hours is a great beast, humanoid in form, but its entire top half obscured by fog because you're not able to make out something which you recognize means it's distinct enough. The All-Mother has shown you a few things, and whenever she obscures or obfuscates something, it's because the details are either too relevant, meaning things that would give you too much foreknowledge, or they are not relevant at all. Either way, it won't change the action. It's like a background dressing. But this humanoid individual has a very large spear. That is not a pun. Don't laugh. And they have impaled their spear through the mask of screenplay at killing him.
Mon Dieu. Mr. Television, I believe that we need to beat the feet, and we need to follow after the clown twins. Something wicked this way comes, I believe.
Now, before we carry on, you have obviously more details. Are you saving the rest of those, or do you want to know them now?
I think I'll save them.
Okay, so are you choosing useful object and be somewhere you'll need it just in time, or are you taking a +1 forward or giving it to someone else? Because you got 2 more, so you can have 2 out of the other 3.
I think I'll have a useful object ready and have a +1 forward or give +1 forward to another hunter.
Then I would like you to make your decision on who you give that to before the group meeting, is what I'll say. You'll know what that means when it gets there.
Yes. I think I'm actually going to choose right now. I think it's topical for me to give that over to screenplay.
Okay. Okie dokie. Let's jump back into the conversation as well. So you've just advised that everyone follows the clowns.
Yes.
Okay. And how do y'all respond to that?
Before he says anything, DJ Screenplay does have the sight feat, which allows him to just without rolling, just seems to be passive, allows him to see the invisible, especially spirits or magical influence in areas.
Mm-hmm.
And also he's also able to use if he's able to interact with anything that's called by the sight.
Okay.
He's able to use those as clues when rolling investigate mystery.
Sure. Do you say anything, or do you just kind of jump into it like?
I imagine he's I imagine he's gonna just be scanning the area right now, and just see if anything is picked up.
Mm-hmm.
And like, does he see anything? Or,
Okay. Well, do you get to do that automatically, or is it a roll?
Sorry, there's no roll attached to the feed itself.
In that case, yeah, you sense that there is a bunch of spiritual interference kind of permeating through the fog in this town. Not only is the fog kind of crackling with energy, which is strange in itself, but you're also seeing like that it's all drawing from one location, which at a glance you would guess is this warehouse.
Okay. After hearing Brother Thorne's proposal, I think Screenplay would follow suit while still trying to digest the information.
Okay. Do you tell them?
In a way, just like kind of stating, well, we are here for the warehouse, and it looks like there's scary shit permeating from, you guessed it, the warehouse.
Now, can your sight tell you how far that is?
No, that's what I was asking you. I'm pretty sure like this is one of those things like be up to your discretion, or if you want me to roll.
I can give you the direction, but I'm not gonna tell you how far it is.
Okay.
It is in the same direction that Stella and Styx have gone, but ever so slightly more eastward than the when they went. Which I don't know how. So be honest. How intelligent? How like really like street smart or worldly smart is Screenplay? Would he be able to understand and process the difference between being sure of your direction and slightly sure? Like, you know, would he understand those nuances?
I would say the character himself would be particularly street smart. I will give him the caveat that he probably would like have the general direction, not the approximate though.
Okay, in that case then he would not know any different to what Stella or Styx went. He would assume that they saw something that has directed them there. Maybe they haven't. Again, you don't even know everyone's abilities right now. So you're probably wondering if they know something you don't, if they have similar ideas, but either way, they have gone in the general direction of the warehouse.
He puts his hand on Brother Thorne's shoulder and said, "Well said." Let's see what a colorful duo run off to.
Okay, Sharik.
Can she look around?
Of course she can.
She can.
Now, are you sharp or are you using a really bad situation or anything like that?
I'm just gonna use sharp.
Okay. Real quick, while you're doing that, just save me typing. Phyrexian was asking about the Beneath the Static book. I mentioned this in a separate live stream and a separate video, but again, really, I'm happy to re-mention it. So I had to take the book off of shelves for a couple of reasons. And I've kind of avoided it for the most part, but I'll just give a really brief answer just because I know people have been very disappointed they can't get it. One is that self-publishing is an incredibly headache-inducing situation. It had a really poor sales release just because I had a lot of stuff going on in my life at the time. It wasn't promoted the right way. That's mostly on me. It's nothing to do with Sleepless Sanctuary, but it just wasn't done right. And I take responsibility for that. So I want to do it with a proper publisher next year some point. You know, that. Second thing, the cover was done by someone who unfortunately ended up getting outed as an abuser. I don't really know a polite way of saying it. It was pretty damning, and rather than answering anything or whatever, they just disappeared. And thirdly, and most importantly, and I have to be very careful how I say this, gang, so I apologize. There were some endorsements on that book. One that I'm immensely proud of is by Chelsea Rebecca from Dead Meat, who is a friend of mine. She was very gracious in lending her name to the book, and there was a couple others, and one of them is a well-known author in the community, and unfortunately he has been indicted on very serious legal charges that none of us were aware of until much, much later. And given the content of the book, given what he has done, I did not want it released with his name on it, which meant I had to repeal it. And, you know, I've disavowed the copies that are out there now, and I'm hoping that we can reissue it with, you know, different endorsements, obviously still with Chelsea's, a new cover, and a new lease on life. I really want it's probably my favorite piece of short fiction, like in terms of novella length. I'm very proud of it. So I know I'm denying audiences a chance to read it, but I don't want people to have that book with the knowledge of that it's been corrupted, right? You know, as you said, JJ's an iconic character. The stories that they go on are great. So I will have something back out eventually. I've had a lot of people saying, "Oh, can I have the original book anyway?" I don't feel comfortable having it out in the world like that, and I'm sure you guys can appreciate that. But I am trying to work on it. I am talking to a couple of publishers. It's a slow process, and they want ample time to put it out. So I will have some news for you in the new year about it. I just thought I'd mention it because, like, someone can clip this as well, and then we've got sort of a small clip I'll put on the channel or something. But that's all I can really say at the moment. I don't want to get too into it. Like, it's not going to cause me any trouble, but it's just, I don't want attention drawn to this person until the trial is done. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just wanted to make sure I mentioned that, because again, live stream, I have the benefit of answering that. So, but it's never, I never have a problem with answering that question. I'm never ungrateful for the interest. If anything, I love that people love my work so much, which means I have an obligation to ensure that you get it the right way, with the right level of transparency and the right kind of formatting and marketing, out of respect for you and for the victims involved. So hopefully that's a decent answer. Sorry about that, gang. I wanted to make sure I answered it while I was on the stream. So 4. Sharik, what are you scared of? What do you fear?
I would put her as, she's, as much as she is a monster, she's very scared of monsters. But she finds them very interesting, and it can kind of add to what she's going through.
Okay.
But she's scared at what she's going to find, so I assume she just thinks that all monsters are pretty scary.
Okay. Sharik, you hear from the distance, just like rippling through the this what looks like to be a suburban area, and I don't know if like it kind of rattles you. I don't know what it does necessarily, but I think it would kind of affect your constitution, right?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe there's a memory we can explore there if there's something you have in mind, but it screams sounds like something that you have experienced at one point in time as something being scary. I don't know what that would be, something for you to think on, obviously. And yeah, it rattles you enough that you just kind of can't focus on what is out there. You're just within your own head, I suppose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And last but not least, Don Moblin.
Well, everyone's deciding what is going on. Don Moblin is just gonna, I guess he's not gonna say anything. He's just gonna follow in the direction that Styx and Stella ran off towards. Not not paying attention to anything, just walking, whistling a tune like he has not a care in the world.
Okay. No, that's pretty fucking badass. The very Don Moblin in that sense. Okay. In which case, so you're all now moving in the same direction where Stella and Styx have gone, correct?
I think so.
Yes.
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 Okay. I think the way we resolve this is that we're going to have 3 separate junctures. And each time you need to succeed I don't know whether it should be I think to make it interesting, we can have a designated leader for the group. Because if all of you do it, I think we heighten the risks of either nothing happening or everything happening. And I want it to be a bit of a knife edge thing. So, in your group, who do you think would be the one would be the most keen? I feel like it would be screenplay, but I want you guys to tell me what you think.
I was actually gonna say Brother Thornburn.
I mean, that's fine. That's up to you.
I was actually going to say screenplay.
Oh my god, just make out, why don't you?
But he's got the mask on.
You can
So?
lick his mask.
Bro.
Tastes like stale batteries.
Static.
I have a has-been reference for this.
Go on,
Say it's
do
rather,
it.
the air is rather electric.
There's
The thing is, I like his reference better. Tastes like static. I guess that means Brother Gregory Thorne would have gotten a little bit too close to the static.
wow.
Whatever, mine was better.
Yeah.
Why did you send me that GIF? Why?
I meant to send it in the group chat, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
send it
no,
there too.
thank you for making me have to come out of the stream just to see that.
You're welcome.
Okay, so Sharik, who do you think it should be?
Well, I was actually gonna say both of those options are probably my top.
Stop, you say.
Top? Betty?
There's only one top here.
Oh my.
There is such a dynamic to this one shot. It's
Comparatively to our other 2 campaigns, this is by far the most sexually charged group.
It's very spicy.
Meanwhile, like,
Quite
everyone
zesty.
in Nightmare Detectives was basically asexual.
yeah. There's 2 so far we've established 2 things. One, Stella and Styx are the outcasts, and 2,
They have an
everyone
unconventional
else is
sibling
super horny.
relationship.
Farik is not horny.
Well,
Sharik is the outlier right now. I'll give you that.
She's just experiencing all these characters at once, and she's just kind of like, "Yep, this is life."
Objection. What have screenplay done has been horny?
Oh no, I
talking
feel like
about-
it's there. I feel like
I'm
it's
talking
there.
about the remarks
Fair
that
enough.
everybody's made so far, mostly. I don't necessarily mean the characters themselves.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
All right, let's keep it moving.
I will vote for screenplay.
Screenplay. Okay. Okay. That leaves Don Moblin.
Oh.
And also,
Don
sorry, yeah,
Moblin.
Ballista was not asexual. You're right, Mighty Me. But that
Yeah.
was also a mini campaign. But she was 100%. Yeah, I mean, the whole point of Ballista was to counteract the birds mate for life mentality of Callista. But yes, you are very right. Sorry, Don Moblin.
That's fine. Don Moblin is. Yes, I will also vote screenplay, I guess.
All right. So screenplay, you're gonna have the sharp roll for each of these junctures, and if you get 2 mixed successes or 2 failures in a row, something's gonna happen.
All right.
So let's see, and for me and Styx, I think Stella is obviously going to be the one. So Stella and screenplay, I need you to make your sharp rolls, please. Okay. So Stella, you are perfectly appraised of what's going on at the first juncture. Screenplay, you're all walking. I'm going to kind of do this in a bit of a weird way because I don't want to reveal what Stella and Styx know and what they're seeing. They're a little bit ahead of you. So Stella and Styx only have to do 2 checks, whereas you have to do 3. You get a glimpse of these two fucking clowns walking ahead of you, and you occasionally hear the noises of like Equin and Nox, both of which are shut down by Stella and Styx. You'll hear like Nox saying, "But we should warn them about the special things flying in the shadows," and which Stella will likely just shut it down very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And it's same with Equin saying, "What, you're holding me out of my arms. I'm gonna piss myself. I don't want to do that, dear." And then, "Shut, quiet. And on your mixed success, you hear something in the distance. Screenplay. It sounds muffled, and it's not quite a scream, but it's not quite industrial. It's very odd, and the fog seems to be getting a little bit darker.
Are Styx and Stella still like? Are they like within like vision of us, or like,
They are
just
not.
bad?
You thought
Gotcha.
they were, and maybe it's a shadow. You heard them, but you could tell it was a good distance away. The only reason you could hear anything so clearly is this town, this like little piece of American suburbia. It just is. It's empty. That's everything carries further.
Okay. Thank you.
But yeah. All right, next set of checks from you two. Okay. Excellent screenplay. Excellent. Okay, so Stella and Styx, they make it through to the other side, and that'll kind of be them done. They get there, and I'll let Lucy know what we're doing when they get there. On a success, you make your way past multiple dilapidated houses, and you see like random bikes on the ground, a bunch of TVs, like broken TV sets, just strewn on people's lawns. You see random scriptures and like pieces of calligraphy against the walls and of houses. And on top of that, you notice that some of the houses, their doors are just wide open, like people left in a hurry.
Well, like kind of like slowing like stifling the group's pace. Is any of like the calligraphy you're writing like legible? Is it understandable to any degree?
On a success, I'm gonna say some of it is. I think you're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to say you'd have to do a separate roll to look through it, and if you want to do that, that's fine. But I'll give you a -1 to your last sharp roll because it's taking your attention away from where you're at, which can make you get you very turned around. But the risk, it arguably could be worth it. You could learn something very valuable for what's coming up.
Yeah, I'll risk it.
Okay. Are you sure you want to check with the group first?
Them nah, they voted me leader. They trust me.
Amazing. Okay. All right.
And this is like not an investigate mystery. It's like just a straight sharp roll.
No, I think it should be an investigate mystery. Well, actually, no. How about this? It's gonna be a sharp roll, but I'll let you answer off investigate mystery because failing investigate mystery is a bit different. So
Well,
yeah, I'm gonna take some umbrage with this.
Got you. And okay, while we're on this topic, since I have this site going on, is there anything that gives me clues while before I roll the investigate mystery roll?
Yes, the scriptures and the symbols are all crackling with the same spiritual energy that is in the clouds, in the fog, and running towards the main building.
Okay.
Okay, so you got a 12. So, what's your question?
What? Can I ask? What does it mean? Like, the symbols that are etched on the buildings.
Yeah, it looks to be a failed, or you would assume a failed, ward. A kind of spiritual ward to keep something in or something out. You don't know which. It's a mantra that your brain is translating, or rather the AI in your head is translating it, but you aren't able to find the words in English to kind of get it right. Certain words appear. The malady, the transmission, the sickness. It warns of the dangers of certain winter solstice nights. It has like different allusions to some other strange ongoings, and it kind of just doesn't make a lot of sense, but it ends with the same thing. We cannot stay. He is unbound. He is coming. By the scraping of the steel and the sounds of the bell, he is coming.
Okay, gotcha. While he's like processing all this information, he does like start audibly saying, just kind of throwing out buzz terms here and there, like for instance, concealed, wards, veiled. He is coming, and like then his face like unscrambles from like the researching, and it goes back to like just having the digital face back on it. Scary shit, huh?
Well, they don't know what it says, so when you say that, they have no idea. You're just
Precisely.
saying that to nobody.
That's the point.
Tariq places a hand on your back and is like, "Are you okay?"
Of course I am. I'm famous.
That's
And
not what I mean.
he continues walking.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, so you tell them nothing.
Whatever they want, basically no. Basically nothing, yeah. Whatever they want to infer from like the weird words he was like kind of muttering while the search was
Okay.
while the search was happening, they can do with
Alright.
that.
Okay. You got one more roll to make with a -1. And if y'all in the Discord are not listening to the stream, you probably should be. I say stream, I mean the one I've got you for the music.
Gotcha.
Alright. So
With a -1?
-1 sharp roll. Yep.
I don't like that. I'm gonna use a luck.
No, you're not.
Okay, fine.
I only say this because if I penalize you, I think I might be. This may be going above my station, but it's only a prologue that you can't use a luck on a penalization, and that's probably for the best because you would have succeeded otherwise, which wouldn't have been thematically interesting. Okay, you failed. Let me just rub my hands together for a moment. So, out of nowhere, as you're walking towards the area, you start to hear a siren. And as you hear it, the wind begins to pick up around you, and you start to hear the sounds, the beautiful pitter-patter of crawling all around you. Not the crawling of an animal, not the crawling of insects, the distinct sound of flesh slapping on bare concrete. And this wind gets aggressively close. It is picking up, and it is starting to rattle all the doors and windows in addition to this pitter-patter. And from behind you and from your left, you start to see a black cloud of, at least on the ground, of people coming towards you. I would suggest you start running.
I would suggest we start running.
So I'm going to say that as the leader, Trevin, your character is going to do an act under pressure, and that will determine sort of the group's fate leading into this sort of last gasp run.
Oh no.
Hey, you said you're the leader and they trust you. What's the problem?
You're so right.
Amazing. All right, buddy. It's a 9, which means you have to deal with one of 3 things. You have to do, and I'm going to get out because it's been a while since I've done this, a worse outcome, a hard choice, or a price to pay.
A worse outcome.
Okay. You managed to. You know what? Okay. I'm gonna hold that in my pocket. That worse outcome is gonna be a little secret for all of 10 minutes. You run and the wind is rattling now, and you see the warehouse in the distance, and you manage to get through the doors, and there's like a little side door which allows you in. It's like this huge disused container, and it somehow inexplicably had the lights on. You don't think about, in the moment of being freaked out, you're not thinking of like how that's even possible. You're just like, what the fuck, how is that happening? This warehouse seems to be at least, I would say like 500-600 feet wide. And it's pretty high, like about 300 feet high, made of steel, and you're not looking around you, so there's some key things you're going to miss because you didn't do well in your sharp roll. But the atmosphere is changing, but it doesn't seem to be affecting the warehouse, maybe because it's so sturdy. You get through the door and you shut it, and as you do, you hear some oddly relaxing beach music. Do any of you turn?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
You turn and see Stella and Styx and Equin and Nox lying on a beach towel with a pair of sunbeds, a nice fan, a couple of mimosas, and just and a heat lamp. And they both turn and they lower their sunglasses, and they look at each other, and Styx says, "Oh, Stella, look who turned up."
No, they finally made it.
Oh, but I mean, who would have thought the persons with the 2 brain cells beat them? Isn't that strange, Stella?
Oh, very.
And they just stare at you until you say, they're just like, oh, well, apparently they're speechless, so I suppose we'll just go back to our sunbathing.
They're holding drinks, right?
Yes.
I want to use telepathy on Styx to make him spill his drink on Stella.
Okay, sure. Love that. Now, remind me... Hold on a second. Yes, so... Get your character sheet up for a moment. Nope, that's Stella's. Screenplay. Okay, so telepathy. You can read people's thoughts and put words in their minds. Put words in their minds, so you can't... I don't believe...
Keep reading the rest of it.
This can allow you to investigate a mystery and read a bad situation. 30 to actually talk. You can manipulate someone without speaking. Okay, no, that's fair. That's fair. All right, so, but I do think with it being a player character, there should be a chance to resist the roll. No? And then, I mean, it was an NPC as well, I would have thought.
That's fair enough, I'd say.
Okay, so, let's base it on the standard sort of success situation. So it's a weird roll for you, and if it's a complete success, he'll do it, and if it's mixed, then we'll see what happens. That's unfortunate.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Now, he's going to know that you did that, first and foremost.
Of course.
So, I think first, he kind of like, he stops and I was like, so I really ow. Really? Stella, the Mr. Robot knockoff just tried to manipulate my mind.
Oh, he did he?
Yes.
And Stella was like lying on her stomach, and she pushes herself to sit up, and she goes, Oh, is he angry?
I think I know what'll make him angrier.
Let's do it.
Wait, are we doing the first thing? The thing? Okay, yeah, we are. All right, okay. So, before I do the actual thing I'm gonna do, which is gonna work perfectly with this, they, Christ, hold on.
TJ, before
Yes, sir.
before this happens, now we picked up all of our stuff when we left, right?
You haven't gotten your equipment yet.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No,
okay,
it's
okay.
in the lobby when you meet him. But even if you were gonna do something, he has to experience the failure. He must.
Oh, yeah,
Otherwise,
yeah, no.
otherwise failures
I-
don't matter.
I know.
But yeah.
I was gonna let it play out, but I wanted to do something at the when it was over. But we'll see
You
what
still
happens.
could. You're gonna get your things back in a moment. So but yeah, it's in effectively the lobby, which you haven't gotten to yet. But you guys are about, I don't know, 50, 60 feet away, and the wind is whipping around outside, and the lights go out, and then they come back on again, and you hear,
The best hunters in show.
"It's the Starship Duo
To rid all of Sturgeon of creepies and crawlies.
to protect all its people from terror and unease,
To reject the true nature of misery and pain.
and make a safe place for our power to reign."
Stella!
Styx,
Team Starblood is here, so all nightmares beware.
give up now or no fate can compare. Now say your last prayer. And as he says that, Styx picks up Equinox, who's hurling, and says, "I think I ate too much here." And he pukes up a hairball that goes flying into the screen on your face.
Oh, you hate to see it.
Yes, certainly do. He's been working on that one for a while. Oh dear.
Ooh.
I think I'm gonna kill your dog. No.
I'd love to see you try.
Equin looks up at you and says, "You fucking try it, I'll piss in your screen, you can't." And then just like
You already
saunters
pissed on my
back.
pants.
That's he did. That's a point. He really likes peeing on you. Yeah,
he didn't learn his lesson.
yeah. I mean, yeah. he just kind of looks at you, kind of like perturbed. He's like, "I mean, you can, but I'm just a little guy."
Yeah, look at that face.
He's adorable.
Just means it won't be hard to hide the body. Now then.
Huh.
Hmm.
You know, you think we're the weird ones, but you seem very easily swayed into killing a beautiful little dog.
You are sunbathing in a warehouse. Yes, you are the weird ones.
We have appearances to maintain. We have a heat lamp. We need to make sure our skin looks good.
That's not what a heat lamp will do, but alright.
Also,
What
you
do
guys
you
took
know?
forever to get
We got
here,
bored.
Don't you
Did
guys
you-
have makeup on?
We did. We took it
Yeah.
off. Now we've reapplied it. What's the problem?
The lights went out and we had a lot of time.
It's a Team Starblood secret, don't you know?
So, did you guys see them or?
Yes. So we would love. They take these poses like they cross the legs like hands like a therapist like the hand up to the chin, the fingers underneath going. Yes. Please, we would love to know if you saw them. We saw them right away, didn't we?
It was pretty easy.
Yes. And then the size of it, he just looks at us. Oh, they didn't see him. Oh dear.
Ew, that's gonna
that's-
make this complicated.
Yes. Oh well. What do we know? We're just two idiot clowns. They start packing everything up, and I feel like, actually no. So Don Mobler, did you want to do something?
No, I do not.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
right now.
Okay. They look outside, and Styx says to Stella, "Oh well, it looks like it started. So shall we go to the lobby, get our things?
Yeah, I think that's about time.
Will you be joining us, oh merry band of men?"
I do not see why not. We have dallied with your tomfoolery for too long, I believe.
Our
Well.
Sure.
Says the gum on the bottom of our shoe.
We've been waiting here because we got here first. How was that tomfoolery? We earned our break.
Monsieur Mobin, Miss Sharik, Mr. Television, shall we put up with these clowns or should we just, make our way?
Let's just keep going. Let's all keep going together.
Oh, careful
right
you don't
now.
overheat their screenplay.
The face on the visor mask is rapidly flickering off and on.
I think when he sees that, Stick says, "Okay, I got my revenge. Now we're not going to say anything mean anymore, but now you all know, we're perfectly capable of playing ball.
Don't underestimate us.
Never underestimate Team Starblood. We're good at tracking, we're good at finding, and we're very good at wit."
Only if it is tweet.
Oh, that's rich. Oh, that was very good.
Okay, Frenchie, how about you lead the way?
Yes, Pepe Le Pew, why don't you lead the way? We'll follow.
I guess he does.
Now, do you know where you're going?
Fuck no.
Okay, so which direction do you walk in? I need you to be honest about this, because this is going to be another great moment. I'm not in trying to make them seem like they know everything, but y'all are just giving me a favor here. Are
Are
yes?
there any lights on besides the heat lamp? Because, like you said, that we were kind of
No.
we were kind of alarmed. Okay, then I think it's gonna pick the largest door.
Okay, there's no lights on, and this is a 600-foot wide warehouse. The only light is the one outside and the one that they are under the spotlight of. So I'm gonna need a sharp roll first.
Okay.
The difficulties in navigating this warehouse are not something I estimated at the beginning of this, but okay, an 8. Okay, now let's combine that with a cool roll.
Oh no.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
mixed. It's not that bad.
Just
All right, you start walking confidently, but you drag your hand along the side of the wall to find an outlet. And you're doing it, and it's not quite as confident as you want it to be, but you're also not falling over yourself.
That'll do.
You go to, you do that for about a minute. It's an uncomfortable amount of time where Stellar and Sticks are just kind of like trying not to laugh at you. And then your hand goes over a switch. Now, this is the last check. It's going to be a weird roll. Amazing. You feel that there are 3 buttons. I don't know if can you read Braille, or could you read if you were able to finger the outline. Feel
Wow.
the outline of the calligraphy, the words.
I think probably. I mean, the initiate sect that he's with are
Okay.
pretty highly trained in some pretty esoteric crap.
Okay. You have one that says lobby, lobby light. You have one that says, what would it say? Make sure I choose my wordings carefully. Lobby lighting, basement entrance, and party time.
These are switches.
They are switches.
I think he's going to flick everything except party time.
Okay. 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 So, when you switch those, the lights in the warehouse begin to mostly turn on, like they stack, like ding, 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 ding. And you see that the lobby is lit up down the end. It's like got almost like a seedy kind of motel look to it, with like LOBBY, and then it flashes on, off, on, off. And there's a little sign next to it going, "We've got your shit, come get it." Like written in very crude painting. And then there's a click there where you assume that the basement area has opened up as well, but you can't see where at the moment. And to be clear, you keep party time off.
Oh, absolutely. That sounds like something that the clowns would like far, far too much.
Well, they don't know what it is, so you have not shown this to them yet.
Oh, and they're not gonna.
Okay, well, let's hope not. Okay, so you do that, and do you say anything?
I think that he's gonna, throw his chin over his shoulder and go, "You were saying clowns?"
That sounds painful. Actually, so she said as sticks, but you threw your chin over your shoulder? That's a very big chin you've got.
Or a very small shoulder.
Very, you know what they say about a man with a small shoulder.
Yes, I'm sure that you have heard it a lot, my clowny friend.
Oh, don't worry, you're French. I'm sure you'd turn your neck at any moment of surrender you could find.
Well, we will see. We will see whether or not there's surrendering on my part or surrendering on your part. But I assure you, once you say uncle, I will be very, very gentle.
Oh, really? You're into family incestuous play? Interesting. How very French.
Yeah.
he's they're as bad as each other. So like he just keeps holding his hand out for a high five from Stella.
Yeah. Stella like glances him up and down, thinks about it, and then gives him the high five. And she's like, "Yeah, I'll give you that one. That was pretty good."
I mean, I've got to be quick. Very well. Well done. You found the light switches. We may have turned them off.
Yeah, we also had flashlights the whole time. You could have asked, but that's besides
But
the
you
point.
didn't. You didn't ask.
Mm-hmm.
Screenplay goes over to Brother Thorn. If you want, I can make deepfakes of them fucking the dog and the snake. Just saying.
I don't know if that's something I want, but I definitely want my shit, and that sign says it's over there.
Sharik's just gonna start walking.
Mm-hmm.
Don Moblin as well. He's already been walking. As soon as the lights come on, he's headed towards
Perfect.
the lobby.
You hear Stella. You hear Stixo. Did you know that French tanks only have 3 forward speeds? Because the rest of them are for reverse to get away from the battle.
How? I didn't see the flashlights first. It's pretty good too. Fine, I'll give you that one also.
Yes. All right, so you all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Okay. You get there, no problem. And we need a music change. What do we want? Do you know what? Let's go because it's a comfort music for me. You go through and you have this almost it's pretty ramshackle. Like it's a really basic kind of looking like I guess like it's almost like a disused shack, and it's got a really badly put together front desk area. And the back of the area is like hidden by a single satin curtain. And it smells of dusty mothballs. Well, don't all jump at once. I'm not having Sticks do everything when you guys go silent.
I was gonna say I talk too much. So.
Yeah, we've had our moment.
Do we see our things once we make it in there?
No. I don't think any concierge desk worth a lick of salt would keep your very cool items out on display for anyone to take.
All right. So Don Moblin will move towards the desk, and of course, can't reach the top of it.
Sure. There's a little
Right.
pulley string you could pull.
Okay, I'll pull the pulley string.
Okay, you pull it, and you hear ding-a-ling-a-ling. And from the seemingly bottomless depths of the other side of the desk sprouts slowly a small, then medium, then very tall, pale man with a perfect set of hair. It's jet black, and it's coiffed to the side with a little tiny curl going down the side of his temple. circular black glasses, a pushed-up nose, a very strong chin, wearing a very nice but very old, I guess, like, what's the word looking for? Black suit and tie with a bow tie. And he looks down and says, "Welcome to the lobby of the warehouse. How can I assist you?"
Yes, I take it that you are the keeper from the sound of your voice.
Indeed.
Well, Mr. Keeper, we are here to fetch our gear.
Ah, of course. You will need it for the next stage of the interview.
Can't tell their voices apart.
Yes, I'm finding it very hard to follow.
Shut up, you two. Shut up. No one asked you.
Well, I thought we were talking quiet.
Shut up.
I wasn't talking back to him, but whatever.
He says, were you briefed on the 2 stages of your interview here?
Yes?
Were you both stages?
I don't know, were we? I don't know. I'm guessing here.
No. No, we were not.
Do you tell him that?
Okay, then I will change my answer to no. No, was not briefed on the 2 stages of our interview.
I see. Perhaps surprise is the best form of communication when it comes to an interview. Did you hear the sirens call?
Indeed.
You are one from the infernal realms, yes?
Quite observant you are.
I know all things. My name is Ethaniel, and I have been the concierge for interviewees for a long, long time. It is always tragic when they don't know of the interview. Pardon me, I will fetch your instruments and educate you. And he literally, like, bends backwards and crab walks upside down into the behind the satin sheet.
I don't like that.
Nope.
Huh.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
No. No.
Are you saying that out loud?
No.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I was gonna say, I thought we were.
Okay, we are. We are.
Sticks-
we are. Okay, whatever.
Sticks like, I think I may have nightmares for now. And forever.
Mhm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
Reminds me of
bad.
reminds me of the contortionist. Mm.
I mean, I'm from the worst place imaginable, and that shit freaked me out.
You're from New Jersey?
Nice.
We'll go with that.
I
yes.
don't get that.
I'll tell you about it when you're older.
I'm not taking that bait.
Dom Moblin, give me a shot, bro. The tension. Oh, yes. Yes.
Yes,
Six.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Yes.
You hear a voice behind you, and it says, "Does my countenance scare you, Don Moblin?" And he is hanging upside down, looking at you, and you see behind the pupils, and Dom Moblin don't like what he sees. He's holding all your equipment, but it rattles you. You are going to have a -1 to your cool for a little while.
Okay, upon him voicing, if it rattles me, Don Malvin's just gonna stand up straight and just glance over his shoulder towards where Nathaniel is, or Ethaniel. Ethaniel, yes. I'm sorry, Ethaniel is, and be like, yes, you do scare me. And I've seen some really scary stuff. So that's saying something.
He smiles when you say that, by the way. I don't know if you would continue.
He would take that as a compliment.
No, I will not.
Okay.
I will not continue.
As he smiles, you see these jagged razor teeth, and he says, "Then that means you're alive. And that is a truly wondrous thing. For you will need that energy for the trial to come. Follow, please." And he passes all your equipment out, so now you are re-equipped with the things that you started with. And, yep, like that, Gabe, exactly. He walks along the wall and out of the lobby area, which you may return to at a later date. We're not sure yet, but he has gone into the main room again, the main warehouse area.
My phone.
Oh, yeah, you want to check your phone, see if it works?
Of course.
Okay.
Would that be a sharp, cool, what kind of roll do you want for that?
I
Weird.
think that would be... I'm just thinking about this now. I have a feeling that would be probably a sharp, because it's just a standard, like, it's just a normal kind of roll, right? Like, you're effectively, trying to check if a phone's working, which I think is perfectly fair.
Got you.
Okay, let's have a look. Sorry, just checking something. Yeah, it's dead.
Oh, one more. Guys, one more fail.
Yeah, it's dead. Your phone's dead. Your phone's dead.
Stella is watching him and she says, "If that's your phone, what have you been streaming with this whole time?"
Yes, that's actually a very good point. Have you... Hold on, and Styx just kind of takes a moment. Have you been miming your streams?
No, This is a phone. This is... He puts the phone he just got. Something a lot worse.
What?
They both look like phones to me.
Yes.
Keep pressing the issue. You'll find out why it's a lot worse.
Also, the one thing that works on your phone, by the way, is it says, this phone has been hacked by manuscript. Get fucked, poser. It seems your rival got to your phone.
That is cancelable.
If you think that's cancelable, you should see who he associates with. Sorry, chat. I don't know why this keeps doing this. I'm trying to zoom out and it keeps streaming the screen from back to forth. I don't like it. Okay, there we go. We'll just yeah. Yeah. So manuscript is your rival in the streaming world. So might want to be aware.
Quick question for you there, Teach.
Mm-hmm.
So with the fortune roll earlier, I did select the have an item prepared, useful object ready.
Mm-hmm.
Would that be with the gear that I just got back?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it would be. So do you want to prepare that item now?
Give me a couple moments with it.
Okay. What do the rest of you do? While I quickly set up 2 character sheets that are not on the screen for you or for the group at home. What does everyone want to do?
Yeah. As we get our stuff back, Dom Moblin will first pick up his shotgun.
Okay.
So it's nothing fancy. So if I'm gonna make a reference that maybe everyone's. So if everyone has ever watched League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, Sean,
Quartermain.
yeah, Sean Connery's character, Alan Quartermain, he carried Matilda, and that is exactly what my shotgun looks like, and its name is Matilda. So I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna caress Matilda.
Consensually.
Consensually, yes. I asked her permission. She consented.
Okay.
And I'm gonna look at her, look at the shotgun, and be like, "Oh, how I've missed you, darling." And I'm gonna strap her to my back, like, with the sling that it has.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna pick up my revolver.
Okay.
And I am just going to examine it, make sure it's how I'd last seen it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I am going to make sure it's loaded.
Okay.
I'm gonna flip the cylinder open, look at there. I'm gonna spin it, and I'm gonna snap the cylinder shut.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just stick it in the waistband of my pants.
Okay.
Like in the yeah.
Okay. I like that. Okay. What about the rest of you?
Could I look through the desk?
At the lobby?
Yeah. Are we still there?
You are. He asked you to follow, but I guess you can, yeah.
Yeah, why not sneak around and take things?
Okay. Okay, yeah, sure.
Sharp roll?
Yes. Unless you want to do an investigate a mystery, but you don't really know what the mystery is right now. So it might be better to, yeah. Wow. Okay, hold on. I'm just checking. I'm trying to do something in the background, so one moment. So let's do that. Okay, let me have a quick look at that. So you got, wow, my chat went all the way up to the top. A 7. You see some papers. You see a guest book that has a few unusual names you don't recognize in it. And you have interview guidelines. It's probably the one thing that stands out to you.
Ooh, what does it say?
On a 7, that's just above a success. You're not going to get too much, but it says interviewees must be put through extreme stress, both mentally and physically. Show them party time before you take them to the final stage of the interview. Remember, surprise is key.
Okay.
Do you share that with everybody?
For the moment, no.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I thought you would.
Well, I assume I don't know what party time is since I didn't.
No, you don't.
I didn't look at the switches on the wall.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's fair. Yeah, no, you wouldn't know. But, I guess, that's probably, that's fair. You probably wouldn't know. Okay. That's fine. Let's, okay. Let's go from there. Okay. Right. So, with that, does anyone else do anything? I just had to make 2 character sheets. And to do that on a separate screen without you guys noticing is hard. With that being said, what do you do now? Ethaniel now has a grey cat named Thunder, by the way. I've just established this. So we'll do this in the next moment.
Stella picks up her revolver and her machete, and one in each hand, and she kisses each of them like, mwah! Oh, I missed you, babies. And then she's both of them, and she says, all right. Are we actually gonna follow him?
What does Styx have, real quick?
Styx had... Hold on, I wrote it down. He has a 9mm and a knife, a survival knife.
Okay. He calls his gun the Hand of Wick. He picks it up and he gives it a kiss. And he says, just need to check my lucky bullet is still in there. And he cocks the gun, puts it in his mouth, and pulls the trigger.
Jesus.
And it clicks. He says, yup, still in there.
No, that's good.
One day it'll get me, but not today. And then he picks up his other weapon and puts him away. And like he kind of, I guess like he looks at you, Gregory, says, "Oh yeah, we're not just chatting, we're fucking insane."
Well, if I didn't think so before, I certainly do now.
And he turns to you, Stella, says, "To answer your question, I think we should. This is getting fun."
I mean, sort of, but also when he, like, did that crab walk thing, I kind of wanted to die.
Yes, I didn't enjoy that, but it doesn't seem like he's our enemy.
You say that now.
Well, we could stay here and have tea, I suppose. But now we've got our weapons. Don't you want to use them?
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, those creatures out there. I mean, I don't know. I think we could add one or two to our arsenal, don't you think?
I was just thinking that to motivate you to remember more monsters.
You know me so well.
Commander Atticus would be so happy.
I suppose that's true. All right, fine. I'll follow him.
Dibs on the monster if we kill it, by the way, everybody.
I'm just sort of assuming they're going to follow.
I mean, if they don't, more killing for us. And listen, we have the goofy music playing. They only play that if you're going to live.
As they're monologuing, Don Moblin's just walking out.
Yeah. They do seem like the bloodthirsty. Oh, that one's already leaving.
Oh,
okay,
yep.
Let's go.
You know, the little ones can pack a punch, I've heard.
I'm sure you have.
Oh, stop. I guess, yeah, they follow out. Gregory, do you follow them? Screenplay, Sharik?
I think Brother Thorn will grab his ruby 9mm and his executioner sword, and will probably wait for the other two before leaving.
Okay.
I will also kind of trail behind and wait for everyone else.
Screenplay is already moving. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's fine. So you will go through, and you see Ethaniel is he is upside down, and he is petting a cat. Also, a great cat called named Thunder, as has been suggested by his namesake, and he says, "Wonderful. Now it is time for your first test. Do you know where you are, mandatory mercenaries?"
A warehouse.
Yes. But do you understand what that means?
Oui, mon Dieu. Normally, it is a regular house, but it is a full moon, so it is a warehouse.
Precisely.
And it's creepy.
Yes, you understand? And I suppose you all imagine that the building will turn into a literal warehouse, yes?
Oui. Yes.
Why not?
That will not be happening on this evening, for we knew you would think of that. Everyone thinks of that. No, instead you shall be put through a trial by fire through one of our most distinguished warriors. It is not a warehouse for the sake of being a warehouse, but a house for werewolves. And as he's talking, you start to hear the sound of howling coming from the now open. You realize the entrance, the huge hangar doors have been pulled open. You hear and he says, "Of course, this one has no longer affiliated himself with our order, and has instead decided to go with a more unique affiliation." And you hear the sounds of saxophones as a string attached to Nathaniel's arm pulls on Party Time and bathes the entire building in hot pink and neon. And as the moon rises, you hear the sounds of pitter-patter followed by claws. He wears denim jeans, but he is oh so mean. He serves a look just as much as he can serve C-U-N-T. He is a spectre of the night, and he can give you quite a fright. But more than anything, he is a sight. For he is the Grey Devil. And he runs in and vamps and poses Alabaster. And standing in front of you is a 7'7", 285-pound, absolutely ripped to the bone werewolf with a silver mane and jorts, accompanied by very, very oiled up, mullet-wearing, neon hot pink pants possessing, skateboarding, jazzercise players that you will know as Montavious von Cornflake and Maximilian von Cornflake, the twins of the Saxophone Synth Squad, who flex around and then pose with confetti as they finish up. And Maximilian is flexing and says,
"Yeah! The newest recruit of the Saxophone Synth Squad's gonna get you a smackdown! Oh yeah!"
This sort of feels like our thing.
"Yes, I'm finding this, I don't know whether to be impressed or offended."
Maybe a little bit of both.
Shriek's just silently taking notes on everything she's seeing. It's being like, yes, jorts on a giant werewolf. That's the look I want.
Montavious skates around you, Sharik, and says,
"Jorts give him special abilities! Oh yeah!"
Shriek just nods and says, we should talk later if this works out. I need to know these gene phenomenons.
He smiles and gives you a thumbs up and says,
"We can talk all you want, brother, but this is a gay men's only group, but I'll still give you honorary jorts! Oh yeah!"
And goes off flexing. And they are now forming a very, very oiled up pyramid. Someone said how much oil? So much oil that P. Diddy himself will be jealous.
Oh.
Who has how much oil?
Someone in the chat.
It's true, I saw it.
Yeah, mighty me. I am trying to channel my innate fear of furries and mascots and make them more palatable by bringing Alabaster into this. At which point, Alabaster leans back for this howl and says,
I'm ready to take the test and prove that these mandatory mercenaries are nothing but part-time chumps.
When he's done saying that, can I shoot?
oh yeah. Well, normally we do an initiative, but I'm going to let you have that one for free.
All right, I will. I will. I'm guessing to use the shotgun is just a kick some ass roll, correct?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll a kick some ass for the shotgun, like as he finishes talking, with no other warning.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Okay, 7. Oh, no, that's Sharik.
No,
7.
it was a 7.
Okay. I apparently saw the future.
Apparently.
Your shots go wide, and only one of them kind of clips him, and it kind of like grazes his shoulder. Now, how much damage does that do?
It does 3 harm.
Okay. It's going to do 2 for Alabaster. And as you do that, he is going... The music just kind of stops, like what? And they're all just kind of looking, and he goes, ah! God! Fuck! And, they all stop dancing, and the pyramid kind of falls over, and Montavious goes over and says,
Brother, you alright?
and he turns and says,
Why would you shoot him when he's still posing? That's not how cool people do it. What's wrong with you?
Well, this is not about being cool. This is about getting the job done. And if you snooze, you lose.
they kind of... And Alabaster brushes him and says,
It's fine, if that's how they want to play.
He says,
I didn't want to unleash this on beginners straight off the bat, but...
and he is going to lean back, and he is going to flex, and he lets out an ear-splitting howl. And I need all of you to roll a cool roll, please. Call of the Wild. Sharik and Brother Gregory succeed. Stella fails. Let's see if Styx also... I might have to have you do some of his roles while I'm doing this, Lulu, so I'm gonna let you control him.
Fine.
Oh, you've already got him. That's perfect. Styx gets a mid-success. Don Moblin. So, Sharik and Screenplay and Gregory, you hold your ground, and you are going to be able to take your turn, no problem. Stella, your turn is being missed, and Styx and Don Moblin, you have a disadvantage on your rolls. As he throws Call of the Wild out. He is then going to attack, and since you got a 7, his attack on you, Don Moblin. Let's see, what's he going to go for? I think he's going to go just for straight up. So first he's going to do screw you. He's going to spend a luck to get a +1 ongoing versus one particular monster. That's you, Don Mob. He's picked you out now. And then he is going to run forward, and he is going to get up as close as he can very quickly. And Don Moblin, you realize something as the player Chewy and the group realize something. This ain't your mama's Alabaster. He gets in close and says,
I've had some modifications.
And his arm clicks, and it opens up, and there's a hand cannon. He is Cyber Alabaster, and he fires the super hand cannon at you. Now, because you got a 7, I'm going to be fair and say he got a 7. So rather than it doing 4 harm, it's going to do 3. Where would you want it to hit you, Don Moblin?
Don Moblin is going to take it full in the body.
Okay.
So it kind of like throws him, or moves,
Yes.
throws him back away from Alabaster.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing. Because it's close shot, it'll probably send you into a wall.
That's fine. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, so I'll be fair and say 3 harm. And the 3 harm sends you careening into a wall. Would you rather be pinned against the wall, or would you rather be halfway through the wall?
I'd rather be halfway through it. Like,
Okay.
you know.
You are twitching, and you're not out, obviously, but it looks like you've been knocked out to everyone else. And he is going to take his turn next. He's going to look at... He's going to kind of assume you're out of it for a moment. He then turns his attention to...
Should it not be initiative rolls now, though?
We can, if you want to do it. I was going to skip it, but you know what? Let's do initiative rolls. Fuck it. That's a good idea.
I'm just saying, you know, because I just kind of hit like a surprise attack.
You did.
And
I
now
was going to throw them
initiative
out,
would
but
come
I
out.
think that's a fair point. All right, everyone, initiative rolls, please. All right. Okay, so first up is... Oh, yeah. Could you do sticks for me, please, Lulu?
Yes, sorry, one second.
It's okay. Okay, so first up is going to be screenplay.
As Mountain gets like thrown back, he props his phone on a wall or desk and starts to stream. Now isn't this a treat? 1.5 streams in one day. This is good. We have a werewolf. We have guys in George. We have sweaty guys who tried to make a pyramid but it failed. Aww. This is such a great time to be alive, friends and viewers. And he's going to use weird to use an advanced magic effect to enchant his weapon.
Okay. Yeah.
Let me actually roll it first.
Mm-hmm. Wow, 11. Okay, what are you enchanted with?
So he's going to have the magazine drop from his 9mm, and he's going to squeeze it, and purple static effect is going to flow through it. He's going to enchant it with necrotic energy.
Okay.
And that is actually my turn.
Yes.
Assists with that now.
That's fine. I thought so. Okay, next up is Stella. No, yes, Stella, sorry.
Okay. Stella will have... she got a 2 on the howl, so she's, like... I imagine she's, like, on her knees, like, covering her ears.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, she's saying, "For the record, I totally agree with you. The tiny man over there totally broke protocol." And then she pushes herself up to her feet and takes out her rifle, and she says, "But now that we're in the battle," and then she will shoot at Alabaster as well.
Mm-hmm.
And miss.
Yeah, you are still affected by the roar. You get up, you fire, and he dodges without any issue. It basically offers no issues to him, and that's it. Next, it's a toss up between Styx and Sharik. Sharik, would you rather go first or Styx?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Could I transform just one hand?
Ooh, well, I think that'd be a cool roll, right? See if you can manage it. You can for one turn, and then it's gonna start spreading.
That's fine. And I'm gonna run at Alabaster and attempt to claw him.
Okay, I like it. Let's get some more killer instinct music. Okay, I do love the Killer Instinct soundtrack. Let's go with this one. All right.
Kick some ass, right?
Yep. Okay. How much damage does this do?
2 harm.
Okay. He is going to return fire on you. Actually, how does it look, actually, before I say anything?
She's just gonna be sprinting straight at him and jump and try to, like, get him at least in the arm.
Actually, I'm going to say this does 1 harm because of it's a low roll again, so I need to be consistent. Yeah, you definitely claw at him, and you maybe aim for the shot where the gun went in. You know, the shotgun shot that Don Logan fired off. He grabs your arm, and rather than using a weapon, he's going to punch up at the joint where your elbow is and push your elbow out the other way and break your arm.
Rad.
And that's going to do 3 harm. And he grabs you by the broken arm and throws you across the hole. But that wound is going to start now bleeding from him, the one that you gave him.
Awesome.
Okay, Sticks. I'm going to let you choose in this one, Lulu. I'll just say whatever you want me to say.
Okay, I feel like he would probably also use his main weapon, because that's what Stella did.
Okay.
Which for him is the crossbow, the high-tech crossbow.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So, I'll have him roll before I figure out what he says.
7. Wow, you guys are
Oh.
I mean, level 1, but you guys suck at this.
He did better than me. Okay. I feel like he would probably say something to Stella about her miss.
He'd say, yeah, okay, he'd look and say, how did you... I mean, he's a big target, Stella.
It was kind of a blow to my ego, I have to admit.
Well, let me show you how it's done. See, you have to have a calm nerve, and with a unruly puppy, and he loads in an electrical charge to try and stun, and he fires and catches Alabaster in the foot, and sends a jolt of electricity through it. He tells us, you have to be willing to show him your hand. Now, how much damage does that do?
You're so right. 2.
Okay, yeah, it does 1 harm on a 7. Again, 7, so I'm going to be...
Yeah.
Okay, and he pulls it out, and he snaps it and starts running, and I think there's just enough time for Sticks to say, now, having that being said, sometimes when you show it the hand, it does bite it. And as he says bite it, Alabaster runs through and punches Sticks in the gut and sends him flying into the air. And he's going to do 3 harm.
Ooh. Ouch. Mine's
Next...
starting to look less bad.
Next, I believe it is Alabaster. Yeah, okay. He looks towards Don Moblin, and he says,
Well, it seems it's time to show you your surprise.
and let's charge a weird roll, and he's going to spend this roll charging. 8, yeah. He starts charging something. He hunches over, and his whole body begins to glow. And that's all he does for this turn. Next up is Don Moblin.
No, it's it's Brother Thorn actually. and
Oh,
then
I
Don
didn't even
Malkin.
see Brother Thorn. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, Brother Gregory.
All right, I think Gregory would see him charging up, and I think it's time for him to use his special tool.
Okay.
And he rifles around in the small satchel he picked up from there and pulls out a cylindrical object and says, well, we can't have this now. And pulls the pin and chucks it at Alabaster.
Okay.
What do you want me to roll for this?
Well, what does it say on your sheet?
Well, the tool doesn't come standard, so we kind of have to play a little bit of Calvin ball here.
Now, well, if it's an aiming and throwing, it should be a sharp, no? And then it would be a kick some ass roll.
Yeah, we could definitely do that.
Aim and then fire, effectively.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect aim. Perfect aim. On a 10. Alright, let's see that kick some ass. Wow, 10.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so what happens at this stage?
So the special tool, as we're all finding out, is just as he throws this cylindrical object, he goes, "Everyone, mind your eyes and ears," and you all hear a metallic clink as it bounces on the floor, and then just up in front of Alabaster's face before it explodes in blinding light and a howling bang.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like we've brought some flashbangs.
I can tell that you're a goddamn DM. This is definitely going to change the complexion of this. He's howling, and you don't hear much. That's just pained howls. But that is going to definitely change the way this goes. I will tell you how in a moment. Okay, well done. Does this do any harm, or is this just an AoE?
No, just AoE. It's
Okay.
pure fiction.
Okay, no problem. Love it. All right, so that being said, Don Moblin, you see this, what do you do?
Okay, upon seeing this, Don Mublin is gonna transform into his true demonic form.
Oh boy! All right,
after taking damage and being stuck in the wall.
All right. Well, you know what you got to say.
Yeah, as the transformation completes, and you just see this red hulking demon, for lack of a better word, in front of you. He's gonna look around, and he's gonna take in a deep breath. Oh, it's good to smell sin again. And then I am going to use mayhem.
All right. And what weapon do you utilize?
I'm gonna look. So I'm just gonna look around to find, I guess, like a table or whatever I could. The first thing that would be readily accessible to him as he steps out of the wall.
Probably a massive chunk of rebar then.
Okay, I can use that. Yep, I can use that. Okay, so I'm gonna roll my kick smash.
Okay.
Maybe. Thank you. It's a 12.
Hey, wow, 12. Bravo, an advanced success. Okay, now, what do you want to do?
Okay, as I step out of the wall and I'm moving towards Alabaster now, the mob goblin's gonna look at him and be like, "You smell delicious. So I have to ask you, have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight?" And I'm gonna swing the rebar, inflicting 3 harm.
Okay.
But I also have to roll what my side effect is on it.
Okay. And what do you want that to be? Oh, you got to roll for it. I see.
Yeah. I have to.
Took my brain a moment to register that. Wow. 12. Good lord.
So,
all right.
So that's bad, actually.
Okay, what happens?
So on a 10 plus.
Oh yes.
Yeah. I get to choose either you hurt someone nearby. As well as the target. You make something about the situation worse.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you lose control of your improvised weapon. You cause massive property damage. Your improvised weapon breaks.
This is so good. Can you make one suggestion and I'll make the other? Because I know I kind of know where I want
Okay.
to take this.
See, I was gonna go with the massive property damage.
Sure. Yeah. Tell me how that looks.
I'll tell you. So after he asked Alabaster if he would ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight, he's just gonna swing the piece of rebar as hard as he can, hitting Alabaster in like the stomach, folding him over the rebar. And as he, just continues to swing through, he's gonna release the rebar with Alabaster still folded over it.
Yep.
And it's gonna throw him into the wall on the opposite side, breaking out the wall, damaging, just a bunch of damage with Alabaster, like, however you want to, jazz it up, but, essentially in the same position that he'd left Don Moblin in after the first attack.
So your two, just to be clear, are you lose control of your improvised weapon and you lose massive property damage.
There's a bunch that, like I said, there's 5
two
that I could choose from.
We got to choose 2 though. So you chose 1.
Oh, it is? Oh, it is? Oh, I do have to pick 2. Oh, sorry, I didn't read that.
That's why I said you choose 1 and I'll choose the other, because I've got an idea.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah,
so,
good.
Okay, you choose the property damage. It doesn't go into the wall. You overshoot it, and he goes up through the skylight. And in return, you lose control of your improvised weapon. And as you do, something falls from Alabaster's person. What you see fall down is a little birthday card. And as it falls into your hands, it says, it's good to smell sulfur again, ... And do you open it?
Yes, Don Moblin will open the birthday card.
And inside, it has a little picture of a little Sasquatch, and it says, but it's even better to blow out birthday cakes and smell the sweetness. It says, happy birthday, Chewy, on the inside. And as it's kind of coming over you, like, something strange going on, you see the delightful group that is the Saxophone Synth Squad wheeling around, and they are clapping and throwing confetti out. And Nathaniel says, well done. You have proven your physical mettle, and you passed this stage of the interview. I'm not sure about the birthday card, but it seems that somebody in these realms is celebrating a day of birth. And they all begin to clap as they say, happy birthday, Chewy.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
And, a nice little way to segue into chat giving Chewy a happy birthday. So I think it's the last year we didn't get a chance to do it properly, and I vowed that I would make it up this time. So
yes, and you hit it on the head, because today is the day.
Yeah.
Big
you
man
think
birthday.
you could let that slip past me?
You know what, Lulu, Mrs. Chewy even said, Lucy's gonna remember. I was like, no, it'll be fine. And she's like, no, what? She's gonna remember. And I was like, no, it'll be fine. But no.
I sure did.
Yeah.
I appreciate
Happy
it.
birthday.
Yeah, thank you.
And since it's Don Moblin playing, all these handsome, sweaty, muscled mullet, jorts-wearing men with saxophones hoist you up on their shoulders, and I don't know if you're sinking back into regular Don Moblin as you realize, or if you're still Demon Don Moblin, but they are like hip hooray-ing you as these beautiful muscled men are around you.
Actually, I'll still be the full-on demon Don Moblin.
Mm-hmm.
And as they're lifting him up, he's like, oh, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this or not. This sure seems like heaven to me. And then as he says that, I will shrink back down to the normal Don Moblin.
Do you have you got your cell phone on you?
Yes.
As in your as in your Don Moblin cell phone.
Oh, yes. That's what I was answering yes to.
Okay. You've got a couple of voicemails on there.
Okay, as I'm being paraded around by the saxophone synth squad, I will pull the cell phone out, look at it because it's been beeping, but we've been in the middle of something great going on, and I will pull up the first voicemail.
The first voicemail comes from It says on the front of it, Big Chewy's House of Munch. And you hear a gruff voice saying,
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is a special message paid for by the fan club of the Nightmare Detectives. Of course, I'm your big man, Jimmy. Wanting to wish Don Moblin, the Moblin Goblin, what the hell, a happy birthday and a thank you kindly.
Upon hearing that, Don Moblin will pull the phone away from his ear and he will look at it and be like, "Oh, I've ate there once or twice. The food was meh. The service was good, but the food meh. But I do appreciate a friendly happy birthday, I guess."
there's a couple more. There's one that is marked from L.
Don Moblin will select the voicemail from L next.
Now, when you select that, you hear the sounds of fire and brimstone, as has been accustomed to you in the Inferno. And I guess I'm curious, because I didn't think about this before I did this bit. What does Lucifer sound like to you?
So I don't know, honestly. Like, I really wouldn't know how to put a voice to it.
Let me think.
So
I've
I'm
got
leaving it in your capable hands because I honestly wouldn't know how to put a voice to it.
Okay. Okay. Well, you hear. Okay, I know. You hear a little. Is this thing on? Oh, right. Hello there, Donald. I hear it's your day of birth. And Levi tells me you've been doing a remarkable job. Although he does say you goof off a little bit too much, but, well, it's a vice and you're indulging in it. Now, I know that, I'm a bit of a busy man, ruling hell and whatnot, but I did want to make sure I, gave you your greatest wish, which apparently is dinner with me. So, the next time that you're back in the hells, I've reserved us some tables at Casa Bonita. And we'll have a nice meal together and you can tell me all about your exploits. I'm looking forward to it, champ. Keep up the good, or rather, the bad word. How's Don Moblin feel hearing that?
After hearing that, Don Moblin's going to pull the phone down. He's going to look at it. He's going to save the voicemail.
Aw, that's cute.
And then he's going to giggle like a schoolgirl.
Adorable.
and then he's going to be like, oh, I got to have dinner with Lucy. What better birthday?
Chat, it was either going to be Bennigan's or Casa Bonita. I couldn't really think which one was funnier. There's one more, and it's from Lulu.
I will open the voicemail from Lulu now.
Hello, Callista of the Obsidian Wing here. I have been temporarily employed at Big Chewy's House of Munch, and I have a birthday message for Don Moblin, the Moblin Goblin, I think? I don't know. I've been handed the script, and I hope this isn't a prank, because I've been fooled a lot so far. But just in case it isn't, happy birthday, and, you sound like an upstanding guy, according to this list of character traits I've been given about you. I mean, really, in the past, I probably would have hunted you down. You sound like a demon. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. You do sound like maybe you're a demon, but even demons have birthdays, I suppose. So, good luck, much love, and lots of peace.
And as that one goes, Don Moblin, I will say, just to be in the interest of fairness, is there anyone from the NPC world that I voiced that you would like a voicemail from before we move the plot forward? Because you have that right. It is only fair.
No, not right now, TJ. We can continue with the story, please.
No problem. But I can hear the smile, so a quick one last round of applause for the Chuster, who always thinks of everybody else before himself and deserves acknowledgement on this special day. The bleeding heart and stalwart tank of our operation. You deserve this, and you deserve much more. We love you very much.
Thank you. Oh, and it is great that Callista has a part-time job at Chewie's Big House of Munch.
Yeah, she gets a lot of tips. She goes there.
I can see that.
She goes there because she's actually got really good service, but even when she's got a bad day, people go there because it's like the Karen's shops, right? They don't mind if she has the bad service.
That's the appeal.
Yeah, I like to think as she gets older, like she goes there to remember when the detectives were like young, and it's like she sees all the cosplayers and she gets like, she gets really into it. Like, so I think Chewie's Big House. Yeah, Chewie's Big House of Munch is kind of the McDonald's of Sturgeon after like 40, 50 years. But yes, as she starts out there for a basic summer job to save money so that her and Capri can go on a cruise.
Exactly.
Even though she can make money anyway. She doesn't understand money, bless her.
And she can fly, also.
She can fly.
Yeah.
It's for the experience.
Yeah. Capri gets tired if he floats for too long. Anyway, so that happens, and Alabaster leaps back down, and he is completely fine, and he brushes off and says, "I'll be damned. That was a hell of a volley, you son of a bitch." And he holds out the hand.
And Don Moblin, knowing the movie reference, will clasp his hands. Will clasp his hand in the ever cinematic, fucking Predator handshake.
Yeah.
With Alabaster.
Lovely. As you're doing that and everything kind of simmers down a little bit, you hear Ethaniel say, "And now it is time for us to move to the final stage of the interview. If you will all follow me, I will take you to the scene of the crime and your lodgings where you can rest before things shall begin." Are you all happy to follow?
Not happy about it because he's creepy, but we'll follow.
Yes, Don Moblin follows.
Screenplay is not will follow.
Actually, oh yes, Sharik, please.
Is my arm still broken?
Yes, unfortunately. It's big, it's goopy, and it's broken. You can...
Okay.
Actually, as you're flopping around, Alabaster says, "Oh, sorry. Let me fix that." He comes over and give me a tough roll with a +1, Sharik. Yay! You brace, and he says, "I'm going to pull it on 3, okay? 1, 2, and he pulls on 2, and it snaps back into place.
And she just lets out a little eek.
Sorry, but the counting's the worst part.
I don't know, I think the pulling's the worst part.
Either way, your arm is now fixed. It's still broken, but like it's in place. And by the way, when you walk past Gregory, Nathaniel says,
I want you to know that I like the French. A very passionate people.
I think that Thorn gives him a very neutral, carefully controlled face and goes, I am sure that we would like you as well?
He smiles very wide and says, Good. That is most fortuitous. Perhaps I will come a-knocking at your door later.
Please do not trouble yourself. I'm sure you're a very busy man.
Oh, I can always find time for such dalliances. But for now, let us continue. And before you can even say anything, he just crab walks ahead of, on the ceiling. He takes you down through the basement. As you're all walking, though, you won't hear this, but Styx nudges Stella and says, That wasn't what we saw, was it, Stella?
No. No. Decidedly not.
Concerning.
So there's more monsters out there, I guess.
Methinks we should maybe tell them once we get to the lobby, perhaps, of this new establishment.
Maybe, if I feel like it.
Or if they're nice to us. If they're rude, perhaps not.
We can make a careful exclusion, let's say.
I like the way you think. And they keep walking, and you go down through this basement and along a winding path, and you end up inside of a. It looks like it's like a reception area of like a grand, I guess like a grand manor house almost. But something is amiss in this wide sort of lobby area. Sharik, I'd like you to make the roll, because you're kind of on high alert with the pain you're currently in at the moment.
Alrighty. And that's just sharp?
Yes, please. We are going to be wrapping up in a few moments, gang, and then we'll start doing our goodbyes. 12. Sharik, you notice that as you're standing there and Ethaniel's talking, you notice something strange. It's the darndest thing, but you could swear that the paintings are swaying from left to right. Not the actual figures in the paintings, but the paintings on the walls. And you look and see that there's a huge grandfather clock at the central adjoining chamber where these two sides of the stairs, roll up to the front. And this clock is tipping a little bit to the left and a little bit to the right every occasionally.
I'm gonna kind of wave at everyone with my non-broken hand.
He's still talking, so you could do that, but they may not pay attention. But this is what you notice as he's talking. And he says, you will find your rooms beyond this chamber, and the crime has occurred a few rooms down. Someone prominent has been murdered. And it is important that you discern who it is before we reach our destination. And then, Sharik, I guess you bring everyone's attention.
I just kind of point and get everyone's attention. Does anyone else see that?
Well,
Is it like magical or like or supposed to be invisible when nature cheat Siege? Because that should see it with a sight if so.
it is not magical, no.
Is it invisible?
No.
Do
You see
we
it.
see what she's pointing at?
You see everything is beginning to move from side to side or bump occasionally. And I should mention that all of the Saxophone Synth squad, there's about 12 of them, are now in the lobby with you as a Alabaster. And does everyone take a guess at what's they're seeing? What's going on?
The warehouse.
No.
Dead in character. Dead in character.
Okay, he cocks his head and says, "No, you have exited the warehouse. I have used a slight bit of Sturgeonite magic to bring you to the stage of the interview. Somewhere in Sturgeon, but not... Well, somewhere in the hotel, but not this floor."
The where interview room.
He turns to, believe it or not, to Styx and Stella and says, "Not the brightest one amongst you, is he?" To which the messenger, "No, not at all. Very simple-minded. Isn't that right, Stella?"
Finally, someone else agrees with us.
And he says, "No, you are on a very special kind of location. If one of you background individuals could bring yourself forward, what is your name?" And this muscled out hunk of man says, "Cornelius!" "Yes, Cornelius, could you come here for a moment?" And this big dude goes up, says, "If you could just say," and he whispers, "I will be able to display the cliche." And he kind of cocks his head and says, "Sure. Well, I know what we're all doing here. You see, I have a big secret, and that secret is..." And the lights go out, and we hear a violent, undeterminable sound. And then we see, when the lights come back on, that he is dead. And Ethaniel is looking over him and says, "Yes, for we are in a cliche. This is the murder mystery section."
Oh, shit.
And he says, "If you would please follow me, I will lead you to your thinking chambers, where this can truly commence." He turns back to the others who are freaking out and says, "I'm so sorry for the loss, but it was going to be one of you."
They're not in on this?
You look at them and they don't look in on it. Nope. They look very fucking traumatized. Maximilian and Montavious are like they're kind of being stoic, but like there's a single tear running down there, like from their glasses. It's like, "Rest on, brother. We'll be with you someday. He always chose life."
Screenplay walks up to one and puts his hand on his shoulder, one that's not being stoked, and says, "Now every day is a blessing." And walks off.
I don't think they say anything. I think they're just in shock. So you will follow?
Yes.
Yeah.
I suppose. Yeah.
He opens a magical door and leads you through a see-through tunnel. At which point you see you are on a speeding train that is going over the magnificence of Minotia, and it's on a huge track towards Central Sturgeon. And as you're walking, Ethaniel says, "You are on the Cliche Express. Every carriage a new trope, a new circumstance for you all to grasp with. You must find the killer and determine the cause and stop it before reaching its final destination, which will likely be unable to stop due to a speeding train cliche. This is the psychological and critical thinking part of your exam. Should you pass, you will be inducted." And he leads you through this long tunnel, which you now know is the connecting bridge to the entrance to the caboose. And he leads you into a grand, very large circular parlor room. And you're noticing very quickly these carriages. Actually, I should mention, he says in character, "This was manufactured by those in the Hotel Inertia. Therefore, the rooms have no limit on size, structure, or atmosphere." And you're in a massive parlor room. It has books aligning all of the walls. It has a central meeting table. It has a bunch of chairs of different styles and sizes, accommodating yourselves. It has a small chalk outline where a body has been placed, and it has a detective leaning over who is got a trench coat and is looking through all the information. And he says, very well. Is there anything else I could leave you with before I depart? I will be available on Hollow Call on the hour every hour.
I have a question about our rooms. Are we have to stay here? For how long?
The investigation should only take 72 hours.
Are they at least nice rooms? What are the amenities here?
They are procured from your minds and your psyches, which were scanned the moment you entered the hotel. They will be customized to suit your needs.
Creepy, but I like it.
Will they have a bed for Equin and one for Nox?
Yes, there is facilities for your companions.
And Equinox is like, fucking sick, mate. I'm gonna go piss in the corner so everyone knows it's mine. And he runs off.
Oh, we've told him to stop doing that.
Yes, but there's really not much you can do when he starts. Best to ignore him. And you just hear this, like, pissy says, it's mine now! No one go near it, I'll fucking bite you!
Yeah, an energetic bladder, that one.
Yes, he gets it from his mother.
Oh, don't I know?
Sorry, did you say something, Mr. Robot?
He like fixes the meaning. So this isn't a wear train.
No, you were in the warehouse and the DM thought that the cliche may be too cliched if everything was aware something. But give him enough motivation and he will change it at a last-minute twist, which is in itself a cliche. Meta-DMing.
Noted. I will be loading these silver bullets just in case.
Wonderful. I'm sure they'll work well on a wear train made of steel.
Indubitably.
He says, there is also a section for you to commune with your contacts. Since phones are not working on this facility, you may contact them once per day. I suggest you speak with the detectives and gain invaluable insight. There may be other guests lurking who know more.
Seems easy enough, I suppose.
I will take your awkward silences for confirmation I am not needed. The detective down there is looking forward to speaking with you. I am eager to see how you do, as is my employer. Tatty bye.
And he crawls over into a vent and leaves.
Ugh.
There were
Sorry.
doors everywhere.
What did he just say?
Oh, I believe he said tatty bye.
Yeah, I don't think that's an actual thing.
Oh no, it sounds very strange. Perhaps it's a local dialect.
Or he's just weird.
Yes,
thought
could be
Soviet.
weird. Yes, I'm inclined to agree with Napoleon Bonaparte over there. Weird. So, before we wrap up, are you going to speak to the detective?
Hell yeah.
Okay, who's going to go down and make the contact?
I will if no one else is going to. I think that.
I volunteer, Brother Thorn.
All right.
Thorn steps forward and, just as he's walking towards her, he's indexing where all of his gear is, just in case this also turns out to be a trap, because I'm sure there's a cliche out there somewhere where the detective is the murderer.
Okay, so you've readied a weapon.
No, he's indexing. He's just patting down where all of his stuff is
Oh,
hiding.
okay. Okay, yeah.
And he strides up to the chalk outline and goes, "Ah, bonjour, monsieur détective, je suis Thorn."
The figure hunching over holds out a hand and puts a finger up as they're looking through the chalk outline and they're consulting a book. And then they kind of gesture for you to proceed, like they, roll their finger around.
It appears if we have been seconded to you to solve this murder.
Mm-hmm.
And you are?
They sigh and they rise up to their full height, which is nearly 9 feet tall. And they say, I am Callista of the Obsidian Wing. And I am one of the detectives helping out today. And she turns around, this huge, tall lady with silver hair, wearing like a very nice sort of black ensemble. She's only tall for a moment, as she sort of, you see these black veins around her face, this like almost like creepy fish look on her like face, like it's almost like deformed. And in an instant, she puts a hand out before you come out and says, "Peace." And you blink, and suddenly she is 5'9", probably shorter than you now, wearing like normal human clothes. And she says, I'm not great at stranger interactions, but I am told it is customary to offer a handshake when you meet someone new, so..." And she puts a hand and says, "Let's make this quick."
He looks at the hand and, having no other option, shakes it.
It is a firm grip. Give me a tough roll. 9. She nearly breaks your pinky finger. But you are able to hold on. You wince her and she lets go. Says, "I'm sorry, I am not used to shaking the hands of humans. It's still new to me. I apologize."
C'est pas problème. Perhaps you should come and meet the rest of those who are seconded to you.
Oh, yes, I should probably get my partner first. Of course, we work in pairs in these days. And, you, hear from the distance, the sound of a toilet flushing, and a lot of grunting, and, then out of nowhere you hear the sounds of 90s hip-hop coming through. And a bunch of smoke and computer dust leads through the chamber. And Endicott, the effervescent, floats out. And he is high as balls. And says, "I took too much! I'm seeing in the ether! Oh, friends, yes. Oh, the movement is making me dizzy. I am Endicott, the effervescent warlock of the world unseen, scourge of the bullies and constant on the side of..." And he throws up. "Justice! 6-star general of the unification war between Sturgeon and Notion Mantis Piranha Peaks. The monstrous Nubius, Strutior the forbidden, the farmer's Nubius the cultivator, the black one's referred to me as Vecchior the unpaying, the cryptid compendium calls me that drug-addled twat." And he takes a breath and then takes another hit. And as he takes the hit, he just completely relaxes and he becomes very loose and flies over. He gets down on one knee and gently kisses the hand of Brother Gregory. It says, "But you may know me as Dave. Or Detective Endicott, whichever. Because what's more of a cliche than a returning lovable character? Or two."
A lot of character intros today.
Yes, I think they're stealing our thing.
That's what I said.
When when Endicot's done, Don
Mhm.
Marvel's gonna step forward towards Endicott.
Okay.
And he's gonna be like, ah, Elderbear, I see you have not changed. Still, that drug-addled twat that we all know.
He says, I'm going to just request that you don't use the British idioms. It doesn't sound, it's not an O, it's an A. Like, it's adorable, I love it, I'm here for it, but drug-addled dick works better in your colloquialisms. Please, let's not embarrass ourselves.
All right, then, Dick.
Aha! Yes,
Like
yes, you're...
the click.
Well, I can't be mean to you at your birthday, but as the DM is attempting to wrap up this scene and is now dragging it out, let us begin things, because there has been a murder, and I suspect we may find out who soon. How soon, you ask? And he pauses, and you know what? Let's bring this full circle. Screenplay. You've been detecting energies to see where they permeate, correct?
Correct.
Well, I want you to give me a weird roll with a +1. Nine. You sense that it is coming from the center of this massive set of train carriages, but there is a concentration of energy from the body that is dead not far from you through to the next carriage, but it splinters off into 2 side rooms in this carriage that you're still in. One of which has a ear-splitting scream erupt from it. And it seems to all of you that whatever is killing on this train has just struck again. And that is going to do it for this evening's session, which actually came in just under 3 hours, so I'm pretty happy with that. But I hope you've all enjoyed yourselves. A big shout out to the Tuster and another happy birthday. Thank you all for joining us, for making the chat so active. That's what I love to see. Really, really appreciate that. Real quick, everybody, don't forget, these are on every Monday, same time. Might be a few minutes before or after. Tell your friends. The more concurrent viewers we get, the better it is. Obviously, these are in our stream section. They're going to be thumbnailed, so you can just, pop in. There's a little bit of waffling and mostly just the sessions. You can hang out. There will be, hopefully, a new video this week, and then likely will be a hangout afterwards. Probably going to be on Saturday, because as I've mentioned, I am away on Friday for a big show. I'm going to put the live stream details in the community chat, because we're going to have a lot of wrestling fans. If you love wrestling, I would really recommend it. You get to hear me talking shit all night, doing commentary. If you want any early access to stories, any extra content, it's patreon.com/dusklightradio. As little as $1, you could support us. Not mandatory, not necessary, but it's appreciated. Hopefully, Lulu will be joining me on the weekend, and we'll have a little hangout chat. We'll do some more cringe reading if possible. But thank you all so much for joining us for Mandatory Mercenaries, and we will see you all next Monday, if nothing else. Have a safe weekend. You are valued. You are loved. And we'll see you when dusk enters the station, everybody.